The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, episode 300. And speaking of 300 plus, Caleb Craig, not on the show today.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. So turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 300 of Nude Clan. 300.
300. We can officially die as Spartans in Greece.
That's right. Although if that's true, we're gonna have a hell of a lot more episodes. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
I am Joe.
I'm not Caleb Craig. I'm Zach.
I'm not Cameron. I'm A4.
And today, guys,
We look towards the past.
yeah, we look to the past to bring us into the future.
Yes.
I did invite. I went behind. I didn't tell anybody. I was gonna make it kind of like a surprise. Plus, I also didn't think they were gonna do it. I invited the previous two hosts to join us today. One of them declined. The other one said yes, and then later had his plans change for the day, and so that's why I made the Caleb Craig joke. I was gonna make the joke either way, but I was only gonna add whether he was here or not, and it might have been a little less mean if he was actually here, but just a touch. So just us four today, but 300 episodes of Nude Clan. It feels like not that long ago we did our 200th episode. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, was I here for that one?
That would have been about 2 years ago, so probably not.
I can't remember. Oh, well.
Yeah.
What an impact this show's made on you.
Such a large impact on her.
The anniversary shows, maybe not. They are just large Q&As. So that's what we're going to be doing today is answering your questions about Nude Clan, basically.
Ooh.
Our first question here from Darth Stroyermon being, where's Jake at? And the answer to that being, he doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. We actually have some non-alcoholic delight because I have to drive after this.
Same, actually.
So, in the name of responsibility, outside of the fact this is definitely outside of my diet right now,
It's episode 300. You can cheat on one day.
I agree. I was like,
You don't hit episode 300 of a podcast every.
That's what I'm gonna tell my girlfriend tonight. We had episode 3. A4 said I could cheat.
I can cheat.
A4 said we could cheat today.
This is some sparkling peach cider from Martinelli's Gold Medal.
It's vintage. I think it's like a month.
Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah. 2022.
What a
great
year.
Somebody gives out the gold medal to this shit.
It says copyright 2020. So.
Oh, what a shit
yeah,
year.
2020, 2021, not great years. Not great years.
The last episode of 2020 started out with, we survived 2020, but the podcast didn't. And then we started the show. So,
Dude, 2020 was kind of weird because we had, I think I was only here like 4 episodes, and then we had to do it from home for ever, yeah.
Yeah.
Our family has been crafting premium sparkling juice products since 1868. And that tradition continues with John Martinelli leading the way. Here's to family traditions and treasured moments for many years to come. Cheers.
You know what?
And
You know what? Extra piss. Hang on, I'm gonna go get a bottle opener.
gotta get a bottle opener for this.
Can you not I thought it was a twist.
Is it actually corked?
No, it's like a beer bottle. It's like.
Oh, okay.
Ow! I don't. not sure if it's a twist top.
You'd think it would be a twist off, considering it's non-alcoholic, but you know.
Oh shit! Bring that towel over here when you're done with it.
Oh, god damn it.
I was really close to the zoom.
Yeah, I saw that.
The other way.
Thank God.
That's not a euphemism for our show. I don't fucking know what is.
Yeah, well, Zach chose to wear his portion.
Well,
Instead of drink
Zach
it.
chose to wear his portion because
finish
Zach is actually
I guess.
Zach is actually a fucking champ because the exact second he saw that was overflowing out of the cap, he decided to just deep throat that fucking bottle.
I saw that. We're all gonna have. Hopefully, Zach doesn't have COVID too.
That's why he has to.
In my mouth, I make sure the liquid is in like shooting in it.
That's actually why he left the
Oh,
frame.
wait, could you say that again louder, please? Something about liquid. You had to put your mouth in there. Make sure the liquid had somewhere to go, or
I had to somewhere to shoot.
Dude, if I'm not gonna swallow, it's just gonna go everywhere else.
I've made that argument many times. Not with the I'm part, but
That's my girlfriend's argument. She's like, where else is it gonna go? And I'm like, you fucking right.
ugh.
I did not need to know that. I'm just gonna.
I've looked into her eyes before, and now I can't.
So the next question from fans is, does Zach spit or swallow? And now we have the answer.
Yeah.
Where else is it gonna go?
The real
You
reason
still need to open it.
the real reason why he why
Damn it.
oh, you have a can opener? Oh, you damn it, nice.
This is my Valentine's present from Rachel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got a weapon in his pocket that he can use for other things.
I always carry knives on me.
Nice.
The real reason why he left the screen and the mic is because he had to clean his pants after deep throating the bottle. He instantly came.
I did.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh my god, it got all over my jeans and my chest. So weird."
The bottle hit the back of my throat, and I was like,
Where's your cup?
my nipples are still hard.
Yeah, I guess go for it.
Why in the hell do I have this raging boner?
There it is. Oh, that fizz. That fizz that makes you not able to actually drink it. I haven't had this shit for a long time, actually.
I think it's still pretty good.
Now that I'm able to drink actual alcohol, I've kind of just not done this.
Now that you're able to, were you not before?
No, actually, I guess I was. I've been drinking since I was like 18. Like, I've had alcohol.
Don't
in my
shortchange
home.
yourself. I bet you're drinking since you were younger than that.
Oh, no, my aunt and uncle did buy me beers when I was 17.
I was really hoping that sentence was going to end one syllable early, so you'd be like, I've been
7.
drinking since I was 8.
Yeah.
That's very peach.
So, I know what you guys are thinking. After all the groupies, after all the STIs,
So many.
how much penicillin does it take to keep us alive? The answer is a lot.
Yeah.
But it's totally worth it for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know
we
who we're
we
talking
fuck
about.
each other constantly between the shows.
And occasionally, and occasionally we fuck other people, thus the STI.
Yeah, it brings it in. It brings
Yeah.
it into the circle. Like, God damn it, who did you sleep with?
Was it your wife?
No, it was the other co-host.
Got to party hard. Be on Nude Clan.
Yeah. So, how do we do it? Barely.
Not functionally.
Yeah, that's for sure. Man, it's been great though. It's crazy to think we started this at what, 2016?
January 2016.
Yeah.
You know, I remember back when old man Nude Clan used to carve out this podcast with his bare hands, waking up at 5 in the morning to put out fresh podcasts for all the people. And you know what? We keep that tradition going strong today. I personally have been here for the entire journey, and I would just like to say that I am touched by how much hard work I personally have put in to make this show what it is today.
It's just A4 started off as a lowly listener, and now he's a mediocre podcaster.
You know, it was sarcasm
The
until you
American
started.
dream, baby.
Yeah. It was sarcasm until you were like, all the work I put in, and he's like, man, he probably does more work than me. pretty positive.
just a smidge.
Just the drawing stuff. I mean, I can't even do that.
Like, how big should I make my nose in this thumbnail? Let's see.
Yeah.
It's for the 45 YouTube listeners out there, which, by the way, you can find the show at youtube.com/nudeclangaming.
As you can see, we love
Nude
our
Clan Gaming,
YouTube.
yeah.
We do love it. No one else does.
YouTube gave me some hard times having to do with that fucking custom URL, man. Like, they used to have custom URLs for everyone, and then they're like, well, now you need a sub amount before you get the custom URL, and it, like, jumps your old URL, and you're like, what the fuck, YouTube? What the fuck?
I used to have
YouTube's
it.
slowly been, like, rolling back shit like that they used to give people. Like, I used to get, like, AdSense payments back in, like, 2012, 2013.
No, yeah,
and
Google.
eventually it's like, oh, you have, like, less than this many subscribers per whatever period, so we're taking away your AdSense. And I'm like, sweet, I don't get 15 cents a year. Thanks, guys.
Google owes me $70. They will not pay me until I have 100, which means I have to wait for my YouTube channel with 200 subscribers to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which it will never do.
You know what sucks? Ultima is beyond the payment point, but we also don't have that because we have like 980 subscribers.
Oh.
Because we don't care. But then I kind of care because I'm like, that's really right there, you know. But now we're just Amazon whores. Amazon gives us most of our money now. It's fucking Twitch.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
For we don't even
Just wait
stream.
until we get a fucking Blue Chew sponsorship. That's gonna be the new shit.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
pretty sick.
then we're gonna be fucking in between episodes like even harder.
Yeah, even harder.
Yeah.
Way harder.
Extra hard.
Yeah.
This orgy brought to you by Blue Chew.
Is it supposed to make your dick blue?
So then, why in the hell do I have this raging boner?
Sorry, it's my new favorite drop.
There's a question on here. If Joe could make a music video for the intro song, what would it look like? You know, I have thought about that.
That's not surprising.
And mostly like, I don't know, like 3D shapes of video gamey stuff with some kind of montage. I didn't ever make it, so there you go.
Maybe just like the visual version of all of those clips as they were happening in the games, kind of a thing.
Maybe.
Maybe
not.
Can we? The music video, can it please be? You know that scene in Ferris Bueller where he's looking at the picture and it's zooming in on his face and it's zooming in on the picture? Can it be Joe laying in the back of his car and then it cuts to Arnold Schwarzenegger and then cuts back to Joe and it's more zoomed in, but he's like gyrating a little bit and then it cuts back to Schwarzenegger's eye and then it cuts back to him like just going to fucking town.
And then the last is it cuts back to Schwarzenegger's eye and then he gets like a cum shot in his eye.
You know, I'm not a super fan of having my face with that sort of imagery anywhere online, but
What about the one where you're like the one where you got the fucking leash on and you got the like that was hilarious. That was only like 30 views. I
the
can't
leash
believe it.
on? What the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
the one
about?
where A4 like it's got you like looking behind yourself and then like you got like a fucking leash.
Oh yeah, Extreme Fever because of Peggle.
It's a
yeah.
cartoon, though. No,
No, it was
Photoshopped.
I photoshopped your actual face onto that.
I know.
That one's amazing. I could see.
But
why you
anyway,
wouldn't.
I picture it like a slow zoom in on Joe's face as he's like jerking off. You don't see any genitalia. You just see him sort of like, you know, his body moving, and it's a slow zoom in on his face, and then like as the theme song ends, a little bit of cum gets on his face, and then at the bottom it just says sponsored by Blue Chew.
Well, now that I'm sick,
Quality erection.
A4, if you could pull up the questions, just because we have the electronic nightmare that's here today.
Yeah, what you're gonna have to help me here. What is it under After Dark or is it under?
It's under After Dark.
I think just some for Nude Clan.
There might be
I
some
didn't, I
in
didn't
Nude
see
Clan.
a lot in After Dark, but I knew there was more questions.
You might, yeah. Well, Zach, you look up Nude Clan. You're gonna have to scroll up there because there was a lot of conversation this week.
Fuckers talking in our Discord.
I
Just
know.
kidding. It's what we want.
Check out the link to our Discord, and we'll complain about you on the show.
Yeah, we'll say, listen, bitches.
There might have even been some like responses to one of my Twitter posts.
I'll look as well.
It would have been an old one because I've been posting.
I don't know
every
what
day
the
for
last.
that
I
movie.
don't know what the last one we did was.
It was the old host coming back for the next episode,
Yeah, which
right.
which we tried.
It was on your. You tweeted out personally, or
Yeah,
on the show?
personally, my personal one.
Oh, I think I found the last one where it's who's the vanilla guy and what's the panel's favorite podcast.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
Okay. Is anyone ever called in sick to go to another job interview? I don't know if that's like a question we want to answer, but
Sure, yeah, fuck it.
Has anyone ever called in sick to go to a job interview?
Nope. I haven't. I do know what my job though is if I were to say I am looking, or I'm either actively looking or I have a job offer, they'll fire you on the spot.
What?
Yep.
Serious? What the fuck?
Because in my position, if I were to go to another company of the same ilk, I could be taking. Yeah, their thing is like
one
it's
of those.
either poaching clients or downloading a list of price points and what they're buying things for. So that's their thing. So if anyone does that,
Yeah, I got one of those agreements. It's like I
Yeah.
can't work for other people that do the exact
Yep.
same thing that we do.
NDA kind of thing.
Yeah.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Which is
But what they'll say to you is, the company's going in a different direction, and your services are no longer required.
And you're gonna go in the opposite direction because you're a fuck.
what if you were looking for a job that had nothing to do with?
And they're fine; they'll chill with it.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's not a competitor, they're like, yeah, you can like do your 2 weeks, or as long as you need until you find that job.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you're like, I'm going to this place, they're like, get the fuck out.
I don't think I ever have, but I probably would. Like if it were. Like,
by the way, did you tweet out
big
the
enough
thing
deal.
about the questions?
a while ago, Schweiss is slowly scrolling.
I don't see anything on the actual nude clencher. I thought we had more of them.
He said he sent it through his personal.
It would have been a while ago, so I would have. Guys,
What?
I'm
I'm
not
looking
sure.
for your thing. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah,
Anyway,
A4. What
next
the
que-
fuck?
The next question's from Abrac, and I like this one a lot. If ass eating was added to the hog league, should it be judged by number of asses eaten or total ass eating minutes? I'll hang up and listen.
I say minutes.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: me and Schweiss and A4 are in dedicated relationships, and I'm gonna fucking win. I'm not gonna go do more asses. Like I'm just gonna eat ass longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just gonna work on his tongue maneuvers to like.
I got a fast tongue, bro.
It's like you gotta kind of slow down. You gotta like work to slow. You know.
Plus, if you count it by besides what he said about having, dedicated relationships, so we're all gonna only have one ass each, assumedly. But like,
And that's not fair for us in monogamous relationships. That's bullshit.
yeah, but like, you can love eating ass and only eat one ass, but you can eat the shit out of that ass, and you can really put the time and you can really grind out the hours of ass eating
ever
over
say
the course of the year.
you can eat the shit out of that ass ever again.
I mean, you probably.
I meant it in a purely non-literal sense.
All right, Joe, you brought this up. So one time on Twitter, I was like scrolling through and I found this video and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I clicked on it because I was like confused. It was some lady eating shit off this dude's dick, and
Stop.
I threw up for a long time. I'm sorry, but you brought it up, so I had to finish it.
And I hate the shit dick eclair.
Yeah, dude, I vomited.
That's the
so
official name of it, by the way.
Shit eclair. What's the cream? What is
Where's the cream filling?
yeah. I thought eclairs are supposed to have cream on the inside. It's just more shit.
Anyway, can I start putting down ass eating under the? Can I start putting down ass eating under the exercise tab on the Hollywood website?
Yeah.
Tongue exercise.
I would probably say
Exercise, not something you would normally do, A4.
yeah.
Oh,
that's true.
now that Joe's sick, I can play this drop. So there we go.
Stop, dude. I actually feel not good.
Yeah, dude.
It's because you drank a bunch of that gold metal sparkling juice or whatever the fuck.
Maybe it's because we're talking about putting our tongues in people's asses.
Eating shit.
Look,
Maybe
just
that.
because you don't
Maybe
love your
that.
wife doesn't mean that I don't love mine. Okay, come on.
Yeah, they take a shower first. Jesus, dude, it's disgusting.
Yeah, obviously. God, I'm not a masochist here, people. Come on.
Yeah,
I
how
make 'em
clean
walk-
is your asshole after a shower, Zach?
I clean it, so I'm hoping pretty fucking clean.
Yeah, we all hope clean, and then sometimes you're like, It wasn't really as clean as
Do you
I
not
thought it
wash
was.
your ass as well
I
as...
do wash my ass. But
I mean, if I was gonna get my ass eaten, I would assume I'd have to like get a little
I
soap
gotta
on my
get-
fingers
I
and
gotta
kinda, like,
get-
go up my ass a little.
Yeah, you got to do a little exam with your finger. Yeah,
you know, like a like a toilet cleaner. Like
Yeah,
one of those,
yeah.
Like the
yeah.
what am I trying to say?
Get under the rim. You
yeah,
gotta, like,
yeah, those things that
you gotta, like, get in
you
there.
gotta, like plunge it in there, like
Oh, gotta get in
and,
that
like,
chili ring.
and like
I
swill
mean,
it
I don't know about
around
you
and
guys.
Get that shit
Like,
out of
I-
there, man.
I don't know about
get
you
the
guys,
shit
but
out
I'm
of
very
there.
anal when it comes to my ass cleaning habits. I like take a toilet brush and I put that shit on a power drill and I just fucking go to
Oh.
Yeah,
town.
that's what we're saying. Toilet brush. Thank you.
This one, this is like barely a question, but I want to read it anyway. No Life with the 3 at the end says, I think the reason why people don't watch videos of podcasters is because they want to avoid disappointment. When I first checked out your videos, your faces, they were completely different to what I imagined. It's very disappointing. Thoughts?
Thanks.
And then he says, but Zach's face matches his voice, so not disappointed at Zach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I don't get because I sound like a twink and I look like a twink. Therefore,
I don't know what I expected Schweiss or Craig to look like, but you didn't look like I expected. That's true.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't remember what I thought because now it's tainted because I've met you guys.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't. I thought you guys were gonna look different. But I mean, you know,
it's weirder as a fan when you meet these guys in like real life, like when we went to KupoCon, because it's the thing where it's like I've heard your voice for hundreds of hours through podcasts and on Twitch or whatever, and now I'm hearing it coming out of a person's face.
it's just weird
directly
when
in
it's
front
when
of me.
Schweiss is
and
like.
now I'm making out with him in the
It's-
back of this
yeah.
car.
It's just weird when your legs are in the air
great.
and you hear the voice coming from below. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
oh hey.
Welcome to another episode of Jerk Off.
I never realized that Schweiss's vocal cords could vibrate so well around my cock with his
Yeah.
voice, but here we are.
They're pretty great, huh?
Yeah.
Joe Zilla asks, okay, Jens, vote. Is this music video sexy or gross? And it's the music video for Shakira's Loba.
Or she-wolf. She-wolf in English. There's an English version.
She wolf.
Oh, I don't know.
She-wolf in the closet.
I personally do enjoy watching Shakira shake her ass.
Now, here's the deal. I enjoy watching her shake her ass. Absolutely. No doubt. The thing with that music video is, and like segments of other music videos as well, is that she also does like this interpretive dance thing that's really like writhy and like joints in odd positions of like her arms and her legs that I don't actually find to be that sexy. And I have to ask like whether or not the music video's intention was to be sexy and it just went in this fucking odd ass direction, or is it supposed to be
A lot of ass
like
talk today.
artistic?
Odd ass.
I would assume it's supposed to be artistic. That's what I would assume,
Okay.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
But
don't know.
also, is it hot, or am I just like the weird guy who's like, oh, please don't do that weird position thing that you
I
do?
can't get it to load, so
I mean, I don't like her frog, her Kermit thing either.
Kermit the Frog voice.
Yeah, she's really hot.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm Kermit the
oh
Frog.
fuck you, Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
We're gonna shake
Why
her ass
are there so
sucking.
many songs about my hips not lying?
Yeah.
There's only one.
Some might say that's a lot.
I still want to make it like a video of like Jordan Peterson finding Shakira, and you're like, oh my god, golly. Yeah.
Well, you see, Jordan Peterson, there's a biological difference between.
You're saying your hips don't lie?
Oh, they're telling the truth to me.
The hips tell the truth.
Do they clean their room?
No matter what.
Do they clean their room? Yeah. Oh my god, they do.
Hey, it's me, Dave Romano. Hey, Shakira, I love your music.
Is it hot in here or is it just your ass? Oh.
Hey, it's me, Barney Gumble. I'm also here.
I will say, like, there's a line in Hips Don't Lie that said, "Should make a man want to speak Spanish," and it is very true.
Yeah, because you speak Spanish now.
I do speak Spanish, and sometimes when I'm just like, I don't feel like, practicing Spanish.
Joe, what would you do if you?
I'll
if
watch
you
a
ate Shakira's
Shakira.
ass
I'll watch a
and-
Shakira music video and be like, yeah, I should probably learn some Spanish right now.
Yeah.
Joe, what would you do if you ate Shakira's ass and then you came up and you could only speak Spanish from that point forward? Like, what she did something to you?
I don't want either of those
Her
situations.
ass. You don't
want
to eat Shakira's ass?
No.
You're a millennial. You're supposed to eat ass. Eat booty like groceries.
No.
No, you only go shopping like twice a week.
It doesn't matter if you want that or not. The hypothetical is you decided in a drunken stupor to eat Shakira's ass, and when you came up, you couldn't speak English anymore. You could only speak Espanol.
What is the
What do
choice
you do?
here?
There's no choice. Just what would you do?
If I could only speak Spanish?
No, that's not the choice.
No,
It
I'm
happened.
saying you go down on
did
Shakira's
it.
ass. You come up.
did
You are
your
no
duty
longer
as a
able
man,
to speak
you ate
English.
her
You
ass.
speak Spanish now. What do you do? What's your reaction?
Oh,
yes,
no.
and motherfucker.
Oh no, that's my reaction.
I just feel like it's.
no,
¿Por qué?
no bueno.
Ay,
¿Por qué,
Dios
María?
mío.
No, sorry. ¿Por qué, Shakira?
¿Por qué no-
qué?
¿Por qué no entender inglés?
All I picture is like the Bumblebee man from The Simpsons. Like, oh, que no quiero. Just like,
Entiendo.
oh no. That's all I picture is him. Like,
Yeah.
God.
Joe just
Shit.
gives up his videographer career and just like starts a lawn
Dare you call me a
care
videographer,
business.
you bastard.
Just start selling bags of oranges on the side of the road.
Yeah, he becomes the tamale guy.
Did I ever tell you in high school I had a teacher that was like, they were doing like, well, what do you want to do when you grow up and that shit? Because we're in high school, and I just like wasn't paying attention because I didn't care. And I was like, I don't know, I don't know what I want to do, and I think it's dumb that you're making me answer this as a sophomore. Like, I don't know what I want to do. She's like, well, you need to do it. And I said, you know what? I'll do what my dad did. And I'll sell oranges on the side of the road and a sombrero and a serape. And I had to go straight to the principal's office.
Really?
Yeah, she was pissed. She's like, go. And I was there like, what happened? I told them, they're like, well.
told him I wanted to be a small business owner. She's just
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And
a
they were like,
business.
And they were like, well, why would you say that? And I was like, are you saying the dreams of my people aren't real? Like,
selling oranges
the
on the
fuck do
side
you
of the
racist
road is my
bastards?
birthright. God damn it.
I also
Yeah.
had a teacher come up to me and be like, so can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah. Like at lunch, and she's like, how come you don't hang out with the Mexican students? And I was like, what?
Why did
And
you ask
she's like,
that?
yeah, you always hang out with like your white friends. And I was like, because I don't fucking speak Spanish.
You don't speak Spanish?
I speak like very little.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because my dad's in prison, and he wasn't
Oh.
there to teach me. Daddy wasn't there.
I mean,
Take me to
my
the
dad
fair.
was gone. I still speak English. I don't know. What the problem is.
That was
Why
a
don't you hang out with your
default,
Mexican
jackass.
friends? You only hang out with your white friends because I don't want to get shot.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ.
No, he has a point.
Yeah, that just reminds me of when I tricked these guys into thinking I was like a gangbanger, because like they came from Cali. I don't know if I've told this story on the show, but there were these two Hispanic dudes that were like from California, and they were in gangs supposedly. We were all in high school, so I'm not sure if they're telling the truth or not.
Yeah.
And
Start
then
him young.
they were talking about it one day, and then I kind of just like jumped in because I thought it sounded fun. And I was like, yeah, I was up in Salt Lake. It gets kind of rough up there. And they're like, oh, come on, man. Come on. It's Salt Lake City. It's not that bad. It's not a big deal. And I was like, I don't know, man. I saw some stuff while I was up there. It can get pretty crazy. And like they thought I was like in like for a while. And so they like respected me.
They made you a
They would
made
like
man.
talk to me. They'd be like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? They called me homie. Like it was cool.
It was cool.
And I just like played it off like, yeah, man. I don't know. It's not as light as you think. I've seen some things up there, man.
So-
and then they like had respect. It was
I
really
don't
weird.
I don't know if I've told this
It's
story
hilarious.
either, but my cousin is black. For those who don't know, he is black, but he's become friends with. No, this is important to the story.
Okay. All right.
He's become friends with these like redneck hicks, and so he wears cowboy clothes and cowboy hats and stuff. So me and my cousin, when we see him, like his older brother, we call him Django. Like he'll come out a thing and we'll be like Django, and he'll be like "fuck you guys" because he's got like this cowboy hat and his boots and all that shit.
He definitely should say fuck
And
you guys
so,
after that.
and so, we're at the store, we're at Smith's, and he's wearing his boots and his little gay hat and all this shit. And he's like, and we're walking, and there's these two Mexican kids that walked past us, and they look like little gangsters, whatever, And he like keeps like looking behind him, like he keeps looking. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, those little fake ass gangsters are looking at me and just giving me the like, I'm gonna fuck them up, da-da-da. And I was like, dude, you look like you're a cowboy. And he's like, we'll kick the full fake ass bitches. I'm like, what field do you tend, bro? What animals do you take care of, you fake ass farmer? Like, what the fuck? And he was like, I hate you.
I know. You know what? I think I figured it out. I think I figured out what it all is. Because I've had discussions with people lately where it's like it's so weird to me when someone like comes out as like gay, or they come out and they like find out something about their history and they change their appearance. It's always really weird to me, and it's like to me, I think I figured out what it is. And it's the same thing where Joe and I, people are like weirded out by the fact that we like metal because we don't look like people that like metal. And you're like, what? I don't wear makeup. I don't put.
I mean, you
eyeliner
do,
on.
but
yeah. I mean, we of course for the show.
Rogaine and makeup are the same thing, right?
But it's like there's like a perception that you have to look a certain way if you are a certain thing. And I
Right.
think the people that ascribe to that are people that are boring. And they're boring and they don't have like their own identity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna agree with that.
They
too,
just
yeah.
kind of want to slide in.
Right.
They part of something.
And I feel like if you're gonna go that way too, especially with like the metal community, they want to look different. So you're like, oh my god, because they get like off on that. They're
You
like,
want to look like a scary guy no one wants to talk to.
yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
But we're gonna be honest. You look like someone who doesn't wash your fucking hair, and
Yeah.
someone who's like stealing cigarettes from their mom's ashtray. Like that's what you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I could definitely see that. It's not just those communities. It's-
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's like a
you,
lot of them,
but then you get
yeah.
the flip end, like A4, who has stolen Fowler for our Jewish community. And, like, you just don't know where to go.
Yeah, him and his like hashtag remember the fallen the other day. Jesus.
What? For real?
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, no way.
But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and then one other thing that spurned that thought was like the people. There's a few people that I work with.
Make sure you say their names first
Yeah.
and last.
That I have. Well, I think
Social
it was at
Security
my.
number?
I think it was at my old job, but they would always wear like they'd have like a Deadpool shirt, and they would wear like Deadpool stuff, and like that was their thing.
That was a personality.
Yeah, and I was like that to me, and like they're not funny, they're not like entertaining. They'll like crack Deadpool jokes, but it's like, oh yeah, I like that movie. And it's like, well, yeah, I like that movie too, but like really, that's the only interesting thing that you have.
Breathe
Like,
their personality off it.
yeah, like it's just I think that's what it is, and I think that's what a lot of that kind of stuff is. Like, oh, I am this now. Okay, now I have to dress like I'm this. And it's like, do you really? I mean, I don't know.
Dude, it just makes me think of the kids in high school that like the anime kids. Yeah, like
Yeah.
cat ears and that shit.
yeah, it's like why can't you just be normal? And
Did you ever see that? There's a
what I mean?
Facebook post where it's like, people didn't hate you because you liked anime. People hated you because you hissed at them in the hall.
Yeah. People hated you because you didn't shower and your nickname was Shadow.
That sounds
And you
very
played-
and you
specific.
Yeah, it
ran
does.
around the
Because
school
we all
saying,
knew a
"I'm the
person like that in
ultimate
high
life
school.
form."
Like 100 fucking
And you played
percent.
Metroid Prime all day in the fucking electronics hall with your little GameCube TV hookup that I was super jealous of, but I would never tell you that. Never in a million years. Yeah, those kind of
Point being, you can't fall into
Choice, you
stereotypes.
crying?
You have to keep it. You have to keep people guessing because then they never know what you're going to do, and that way, you just win.
Yeah, A4's got all the looks though. I mean, like he can look like a twink. He can look like a lesbian. We've seen
I'm
that
a fucking
before.
chameleon, bro.
I
can
guess
be
you could look
be
like a lesbian.
Bro,
yeah.
he sent us a picture from his job. Like one of the ink things exploded and the white all got in his hair, and he had glasses on, and he looked like this middle-aged to like out
Dude,
of
I
the
had
prime
to shake
lesbian
up-
woman
I
who
had
had
to
just
shake
given
up
up
a
on all
canister.
romance. It was the funniest picture I've ever seen in my life.
I had to shake up a canister of white ink, and I stupidly forgot to hold my finger on the cap on the top. So I'm shaking it up, and the cap comes off due to the weight of the ink, and like a bunch of ink just gets all in my hair and on my shirt, and it's
jeez.
just white ink, and it like this shit does not come out easily. So I could like put solvent in my hair, but that would also probably destroy my hair follicles. So for like a week and a half, I was just walking around with shock white hair like I was a fucking anime character or a dyke. So it's like. So yeah, that was fun.
You kind of look like the skinny version of the grandma from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that's, if y'all seen it, that's what he looked like, and like he said it to like our.
I looked like
chat,
I
and
looked
we
like
made fun
that.
of him for a long
I looked
time.
like that chick that was on G4 that was complaining about sexism in gaming.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I watched it.
She was supposed to be talking about something else, and then just completely beelined it to something else.
I watched like 5 seconds of it, and I was like,
You couldn't look past her teeth. You're like,
Yeah.
ugh. What I was thinking is like, man, all that hate mail and no one sent you a toothbrush.
What?
Jesus Christ.
What was her argument? I'm curious.
She was
The standard, like, well, sexy women don't exist to be ogled at, and there's a big problem in sexism in gaming. She was talking about how, like, Morgan Webb and Olivia Munn were not there to be eye candy for people, despite
Yes,
the
they
fact
were.
that there were literally like episodes of Attack of the Show when Olivia Munn was dressed up in like a maid costume and like in a kiddie pool full of pudding.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm
I remember
everybody's
when Olivia Munn, I can't even talk, wore that slave Leia outfit, and that was fucking
Dude.
rad as fuck.
Olivia Munn is fucking hot,
She is, dude.
and that chick is not. I think she's just jealous. No, I mean I get what she's saying. Like I understand. Like I don't know if she was complaining that they weren't there to be eye candy. I think she's saying she's not there to be eye candy, which she's right.
Yeah.
But it's not. She's right because she's I don't know.
Because she looks
see
like
what
Freddie
she's saying.
Highmore.
She's saying that like they can do whatever they want, and if that's what they were in it for, then fine. That's what I felt like she was saying.
Yeah.
In that. And like,
Well,
but
that
that's not
doesn't
what she
sound-
wants.
But I feel like with that it loses the credibility because she was just like, because like saying you're the problem, and it's like, dude, I can appreciate a woman's body. That's not. I don't
Yeah,
care.
well,
Like,
and then people said that she, people were like going after her for not looking good. But it's like, well, you kind of like intentionally look like shit on the show. At least it seems that way to me.
I saw a fucking banger where she was like, "Bring on the hate. Tell me something I've never heard before," and someone just replied with, "You're pretty."
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw
Here's-
that
and here's
too.
my
I was
thing, like-
oh man.
Like she has her opinion, and that's fine, and whatever. I have my opinion, whatever.
Yeah.
But she's a game journalist, so her opinions don't mean anything. Like,
Yeah, just in general.
yeah, they're like,
mean,
I
yeah.
played,
Does it-
20 minutes of this
See,
game,
we
and I
are
loved
journalists
it. It's like,
because we don't know how to write. See, so we're good.
Shut the
I
fuck
can't even
up.
spell.
Have you read Joe's script? I haven't because I don't know how to read either.
Speaking of Joe's script, I think Chicken Coop is still up to get some money.
Chicken Coop, yeah, please, guys, please go to Kickstarter.com.
Guys.
Chicken Coop, and
That's Zach shilling for you.
we really need your help.
Because I donated money to him.
Oh, nice,
Thank
good.
you, Zach.
People
Thank
can
you,
do it, man. Do it. Help a buddy out.
Zach. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
A4, have you donated?
No, I should actually because I donated to 13th Cross, so I will do that tonight.
Yeah, but that's
Thank you.
old. Now you have the
Appreciate it.
new one.
Yeah.
I sent the link to Jake and I was ghosted.
You go back and just block. You just
left on red.
can't respond
Yeah,
anymore.
I put the regular text I sent everybody that was like, help a podcaster out, Jake. And
You-
you just didn't say anything.
You look down, the reply is, "You're a cunt. You've always been a cunt." And you're blocked. Fuck.
Does anybody know what that is?
No, I don't
Besides
think
you
so.
and me?
I know what that is.
That was so like weird to be there.
I
for
made
that.
my joke with Jake on the line a couple years ago, and I guess Jake was just having a bad night, maybe. But I said, every 3 minutes, somewhere in the world, Jake is wrong. And Jake got so fucking mad. Even though I've said that joke before. It's
Yeah.
not like a new one.
Yeah. He got like ragingly
He
mad.
got mad. He called me a cunt, and then he blocked me on PSN for like 6 months.
Yeah, and it was always annoying because I'd be in rooms with both of them, and they'd both be talking to me, and I'd have to like, carry on separate conversations
'cause
with
I think
people
I-
that couldn't hear each other.
The only reason I know about that is because Jake told me because we were all in a chat and he's like, "What is Joe saying?" And I'm like, "You can't hear him." And I was like, "Hey Joe, I think something's wrong with your headphones." He's like, "No, that's not why." And he told me what happened.
Yeah, but then Joe was
And
like,
I was
well,
like,
fine,
"You're right.
fuck
Joe's
you."
a cunt. I get it. I get it." I'm just kidding.
And then I think Joe muted him too for a while. He was like, "You know what? Fuck you." And so then it was even worse. There's no communication. I was like, "Oh my god, can you guys just stop?" But yeah, that was ridiculous.
Next question. Do we have another?
Oh, we got
Yeah, I've got Smug Hollow saying, "What's everyone's Mount Rushmore of favorite and least favorite video games?" So I guess like your top 4 and your least top 4. Bottom 4 would be the way that a normal person would say that.
You're behind the ball.
Man, that's tough. Okay, I'll go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll go. Final Fantasy VI, Diablo 2, Halo Combat Evolved. Big
Shill.
surprise there. Big surprise
Shill.
there. Civilization 5. I would call that my Mount Rushmore. I think that covers a lot of ground. It's definitely not everything that needs to be covered.
No, and 4 is hard. 4 is very, very
Yeah.
hard.
I mean,
Yeah,
definitely
I'm trying to think here.
one of the most perfect games of the last few years. God of War should be close to that.
Yeah.
And the 4 worst games of all time
Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
that I've played and played a lot of, Digimon Cyber Sleuth is really a good option for sure, but I would have to say Star Wars Bounty Hunter.
That game's amazing.
No, it's fucking not.
Your face.
Star Wars Bounty Hunter is definitely in the top 4 worst games. And Alone in the Dark, A New Nightmare is down there as well.
Yeah.
Heroes of Mana is
Damn, that's a recent one too.
dog shit. One of the worst things ever. And then from a distant memory of it being terrible, not a recent one, Reign of Fire
Oh
would
God.
also be down there.
Wait, did they
for
make a
me.
video game out of that?
Yeah.
It wasn't fun?
No, it was
I would,
dog shit.
I would hope it would be fun because there's dragons.
You could play as the dragons too, and it's still shitty.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
So my Mount Rushmore of top video games is probably, I want to say Chrono Trigger, Breath of the Wild,
That's a good one.
The World Ends With You, and Pokemon Soul Silver. And my Mount Rushmore for least favorite games, Sonic Heroes. I don't play a lot of bad games. Fuck, I have to think about that one.
What do you mean you don't play a lot of bad games? I've seen you play bad games.
Like what? Name one.
I don't remember what they're called, dude.
Exactly. I am right yet again. Okay.
What's that horror one you were playing? With the British
At
one.
Dead of Night.
Yeah, that game sucked.
That's not a bad game.
It was.
Fuck. Sonic Heroes is definitely one of them. Let me check something here. What are games that I've ranked poorly on my backloggery?
Games that a4hates.com.
Well, while you're thinking of that, does anybody else have a...
You can go if you want.
My favorite games is this like my favorite of the greatest?
Mount Rushmore top 4?
Because like you got Washington, right?
It's your personal
you got
favorite.
Lincoln, but then you got Teddy Roosevelt, and it's like, I mean, he's a badass, but like,
He fought a bear, didn't he?
I don't know. Teddy's not. Honestly, those two, Lincoln and Washington, are like miles above everybody else, like miles.
Yeah.
And like Washington to me is the best. He's the ultimate. He's
He never lied.
The man we needed.
That was
So like, the other two, it's like,
just choose fucking 4 games. Jesus.
Conan Exiles.
Metallica and Megadeth.
So
everywhere.
so there you go. Yeah. So there's Conan Exiles is
There's the Teddy.
the Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah.
Lots of parks, lots of wilderness.
of
Final
dick
Fantasy
swinging.
12. That's the
Wow, and your Mount Rushmore FF12?
favorites.
He said recently on that interview episode with the translator that 12 is probably his favorite game.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite Final Fantasy. I don't know if it's my favorite game.
I'm just
It's up
saying what
there.
you said.
Civilization 5, I would probably put up there. That's a damn good game, and we've played a lot of that thing.
yeah.
Not enough. I need more, but
I need to get into 6, but it doesn't play on my computer very well.
5 does though.
Yeah, it does.
We should play some 5. You should do. You got 6 hours.
You want to ruin your life with some other game now?
Yes, I do.
We played League of Legends for a month straight now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
By the way, I do have my Mount Rushmore for least favorite games. It's Sonic Heroes, Gone Home, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and Dear Esther.
You really don't like walking games, huh?
Dude, and the Chinese room makes the worst ones. It's appalling how fucking pretentious their games are.
Is that
It's ridiculous.
Is that who made Gone Home?
No, the Fulbright company made Gone Home. Chinese Room made Dear Esther, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and Amnesia: Machine for Pigs, which is like, let's take Amnesia and make a bad one. So, yeah, I don't like them at all. And Sonic Heroes is just like an actually like broken game. Like it was shipped broken. So that's good.
Yeah. Shit, my number 4. It's hard because it's like favorite or best, you know. I guess it would be probably my favorite. That's what I'm.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be. Is
So
definitely your
those
favorite.
3, and then, man, I don't know. Age of Empires 2, maybe. I played a fuckload of Age of Empires.
two
That
strategy
sounds
games.
about right for you, honestly.
Age of Empires 1 and 2, I would say. I played 1 like all the time when I was in middle school, like all the time.
There's a new one coming, right?
I think there is, yeah. I think Age of
Soon, if
Empires
not,
4.
if it's not already out, they are making fourth one.
Yeah, they just keep getting more and more modern, and I'm less and less interested as they get closer to
You like the simplicity of the.
the ancient times.
Well,
yeah.
Age of Empires 2 is already perfect. Like, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, the soundtrack is like amazing. Like it's really fucking awesome. That's what I'd say is my favorite for. The worst for, as far as games that I have beaten, probably Parasite Eve 2 would be on there. I really don't like that game. I do think Heroes of Mana is one of the worst games I've ever played.
Jesus Christ.
To completion.
I didn't even know it could be completed.
Yeah,
At a
we
certain
weren't sure.
point.
No one knew. I don't know. I
No
don't
one
know how
had
many-
played the fucking game.
Yeah.
One guy had YouTube videos with him playing it. That's how shit that game is.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Square Enix is like 6th biggest franchise. Just like thrown in the toilet.
I really hate that one. What other games do I fucking hate?
What, you loved Bounty Hunter?
Yeah, no.
Do you love what Bounty
But that
Hunter
can't be
did?
on everyone's Mount Rushmore. Come on.
I mean,
If it's bad, it can be.
Dirge of Cerberus. Let me think about bad reviews we've had. Of course, Schweiss is the one who usually has like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Just DNT's not that bad.
I mean, after
Joe
300
does tend to be a
hours-
little more like unshakably harsh to certain games.
Yeah, he's more of
Like
a Craig.
Bloodborne sucks. Okay, you can be wrong about
I
that.
never
You're-
said Bloodborne sucks ever.
You did.
No, I didn't. I gave it like a 70.
But as we know, he didn't beat the game. so it
I've
doesn't
given
count.
things
That was
zeros.
just the first thing that popped in my head. I know I've heard reviews
And
where
it
you've
triggers
been
you.
like,
Pretty bad. That's great.
Wasn't Craig the
I
first
know I've heard reviews where you've played a game that like everyone likes and you've been like it sucks, and I can't think of another one besides Bloodborne.
Tactics? He didn't say it sucked. He
I
just-
didn't love Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, that was another one.
Well, no one did.
Well,
so
don't worry. Now
you're
you can
fine.
play as. Now you can try to stealth around as a fucking chunk ass version of the same chick.
Yeah,
Wait.
exactly.
You gotta manage your thigh clap as you fucking.
Maybe she was just storing up for winter.
I guess.
I was talking to a friend.
I thought we were
she said
afraid
that-
of things that ate biomass to survive. I didn't realize you were gonna become one.
There's a friend of mine. She said she had to get some like purple nail polish for her boyfriend, or like so she could give her boyfriend like a code that it comes with for a Halo skin, because apparently it was like an Xbox collaboration. And I'm like, oh god, they're gonna start doing that shit with Sony too. They're gonna come out with like Horizon Zero Dawn branded Diva cups, and it like unlocks a skin where like Aloy is fucking free bleeding in the game or some shit.
No, what they should do is like those. You get like monkey butt or whatever, like for chafing, for thick fucking thighs in this new game. Like buy it and get the skin. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 out
It's
now.
Aloy with a bunch of fucking baby powder on her thighs.
Yeah, got to keep the clap. When you hear the clap, think of the.
Schweiss, you're fat shaming.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
yeah. So we'll look forward to that. That is another one that you thought was overrated. Tactics is one. We both kind of over time, and at the time even, Crisis Core, it's like,
It's all right.
it's got a good soundtrack, but there's a lot of stupid shit in that game. I'm sorry, guys.
Endless little mission things.
Yeah, it is Tabata to a T.
Tabata.
Boring.
Comrades, pretty bad.
Yeah,
It's like 15, but shittier.
yeah.
Right.
What have you not played the bad games twice? Have you just like skipped over those fucking things? Oh, you played New Nightmare a little bit.
I did. That's pretty bad. That's why I was saying, like, if I didn't complete it,
Didn't you choose bad games on purpose?
I chose Rain of
For a long
I
time.
chose Rain of Fire, and I never beat that thing.
it was suicide bombing Craig mostly.
Oh, I
Is what
know.
I would do that. So like he said Parasite Eve 2 was really bad, and so I made him and I played Parasite Eve 2.
What about Lunch Lady? Is
Such
that
a
a bad game?
Yeah, it's a little
Objectively,
janky.
yes.
It's not that bad though.
Schweiss likes every game. Hashtag what the fuck.
I would put
I can find a game that he wouldn't like. I can guarantee it.
I could put I don't really like. I mean, I'm not gonna put this on there, but I Animal Crossing is not a game for me. It's a nothing game. It's a pick shit up on your island game.
I really wanted to like Animal Crossing.
When I heard that it was kind of like Conan, but that I wouldn't like it, I
Who
didn't
the
believe
fuck
that.
told you Animal Crossing New Horizons is like Conan Exiled?
I don't know.
Wasn't it Cam? Wasn't it Cameron?
Maybe.
I'm
And
pretty
I
sure it
bought
was Cameron and Craig.
And I bought it that night, and then I played it for like an hour, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play this. Like, oh, I like to use it to wind down. I'm like, nah, I just.
I mean, you are
masturbate for
stranded
that.
in the wilderness, and there is crafting, and that's about where the similarities end.
Yeah.
RuneScape. That's a pretty bad game.
Oh,
The
RuneScape's awesome.
the slavery in Animal Crossing, you are not turning other people into slaves. Tom
You
Nook
are
is
the
turning you
slave.
into his slave.
Yeah, I don't like it so much. It seems wrong.
I don't like being the other side of the wheel.
Yeah.
How are you not putting NT on there?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
NT's okay.
Stockholm syndrome, mostly, I would
Yeah,
assume.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's not great. Honestly, it's not even good.
Whatever.
It's not that bad.
I'm not gonna pressure you to name 4 bad games. if
I
you
would
can't.
put New Nightmare on there though.
Okay.
That game does suck, and I was like, "Oh, Joe, it can't be that bad." And I bought it, and I was like, "I'll play with you." And then I played it for like an hour.
Okay,
and
no,
I'm like,
hold on.
I
Be
can't.
honest. Chocobo Dungeon. What about Chocobo Dungeon?
It's not as bad
Not
as
that bad.
New Nightmare.
It's not
is.
that bad. Sorry. Emphasis on that. It is still bad, but it's not that bad.
It's just really boring and long.
It's really boring.
And like it's overly hard for what it is. Like it's kind of a kid's game, but then it like rocks you. Like
It's overly wrong and long and hard, and it rocks you. Schweiss. Caleb Schweiss.
yeah.
Zach?
So for the good games, it's constantly changing because it's games you just end up really liking. For sure, because like I'm gonna go with like how many times I've played it. Like Arkham Knight or Arkham City, Batman Arkham City is definitely up there
Arkham City's really
because
good.
I beat that game a fucking lot. Like I love that game. I'd have to throw Fire Emblem 3 Houses up there as well, which is newer, but it's fucking amazing.
I gotta fucking start that. I've had that on my Switch for a while.
I'm tempted to restart it, but it's so long. Like that's a lot of hours. Bloodborne's definitely up there. Like I'm sorry you hated it, but
I didn't hate it.
I love Bloodborne. I fucking love Bloodborne. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'll do Blast from the Past. I put so much time into like the original StarCraft.
Yeah.
Like a shit ton of time. into
That
the
is like one of the
StarCraft.
all-time greats as far
But
as like
as a
RTS
runner-up,
goes.
I'll do the Jurassic Park game for Sega Genesis because I put a lot of fucking time into that one too.
Is that
as a
the
kid.
overhead one with the poking?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I played
No,
a little bit of that.
it's the platformer one. I don't
Oh,
know
it's the
if-
platformer
The
one.
platformer one.
Oh, I didn't play
Where you switch between Alan Grant and then the Velociraptor. Like
Definitely
each level's
haven't played
different.
that one.
Yeah, it's still kind of poking because you do like try to kill me with that, but it's a platformer.
Okay.
It was pretty fun.
All right.
Jurassic Park game was pretty rad. And I was thinking about it, dude. I don't know. If I don't like a game, I stop playing it. So like, unless it's for the show. So
Unless it's Cuphead.
I didn't not like Cuphead. I just can't. It's too hard, man.
Dude, it can't be too hard.
You're
for you.
so
I was able
hold
to
on,
do
hold
it.
on. By that
You're a
logic,
better
you couldn't
gamer,
beat
bro.
I don't-
you couldn't beat Cuphead. Game journalists couldn't beat Cuphead. Is Zach a games journalist now?
Can you write
I'd like
the game?
I'd like a
Oh.
better. The difference is between me and the other a games journalist is I'm not gonna
You have
review
sex?
it. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna review it. I'm not gonna taint the review, and I'm not gonna be like it's too fucking hard, man.
Yeah,
But
we
the
All
RNG,
Souls
dude.
games needs 2 difficulties. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like and like you know what? I bowed out of it. I wish I was a better gamer to play that because I love the design and I love the set. I love everything about it. I'm just not
Dude.
good enough.
Dude, how many hours have you put into it?
I'd have to look.
Is it more than 20?
Yeah,
More than 30.
it should be more than 20. I don't know if it's more than 30.
Okay. It took me 50
How
hours. To beat
how
it.
have you put more than 20 hours into Cuphead twice? That's insane.
I put 50 hours to beat it the first time. I'm not
That's
good at that game.
ridiculous. It took me like 8 hours the first time I beat it.
I suck at that shit. That's
I'm
why
so
I'm
bad,
telling
dude.
Zach I'm calling him out because I'm saying bullshit. You just didn't want to beat it, and I'm extra salty about Cuphead because I've been burned so many fucking times on Cuphead. Speaking of, guys, this month's episodes, this one, Cuphead, Bayonetta, then something else.
That's something else. Yeah, dude. I mean, maybe I'll go back and try sometime. But I just wasn't. I did when we said we were gonna review it. I'm like, hey, I don't want. I want to do it. I want to make sure Schweiss gets the review.
Yeah.
And I just did. It fucked me up.
Well, at least two of us did it,
Yeah. So that'll be good.
but
Yeah, real men.
you know what? I sacrificed.
You cannot say real man, you little twink. Are you fucking kidding me?
I can. I beat Cuphead. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
I stayed up. I have only gotten like 3 hours of sleep, maybe, to beat Bayonetta, and I still have to watch the last bit of the last cutscene. Like it was credits, and then they started talking, and then Joe showed up, and I was like, "Fuck! All right, I'll do this later." So I wanted to be part of that review really bad,
Dude.
So
I'm excited to talk about Bayonetta.
Oh wait, are you talking about the part where there's like the fake credits and then she like steps on them?
yeah, I
And
think
they're
so.
like, we have to do that. I mean, you're like at the end of the game. You could essentially review it, and you've beaten it before, right?
I have beaten it before. I
Yeah.
forgot a lot of shit about it. Like it's been.
So did I.
I think it's been like 4 years. It was like when the Switch was brand new, and I was like, "Ooh, Switch!" Yeah,
I remember
thought-
because like since then, since you because it was during the show.
on it.
Yeah,
Since you talked about that, that's when I had been interested to be like, hey, because you're like blowing that game. And I was
Yeah.
like, cool. I mean, I need to play these. I've never played these, and I want to.
yeah. It's. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll talk about it, yeah. But I don't blame you for forgetting shit because I've beaten that game like 4 times now, 4 or 5 times over the course of like a decade. And every time I play it, I'm like, I forgot about this part, or I forgot about this part. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, I laugh pretty hard at least 2 or 3 parts every time I play it.
Well, we'll talk about that more when
Yeah.
review it. Next question is from Skull Hottie and says, is there anything better than eating bacon when you're drunk?
Eating pizza.
Fuck. Or like chicken wings, dude.
Anything.
God, yeah.
Everything tastes good. when you're drunk.
Anything greasy and like meaty, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bagels when you're drunk is the fucking tits.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
I can imagine that.
Oof.
it's amazing. You know,
And you do then you nappy nap after you go pee, like your long horse piss, because you're drunk, and then you get on the couch of your bed and you just drift away into sleepland.
I never do. Alcohol like keeps me up. I don't know why you guys go to sleep on that stuff.
Because alcohol is a fucking
Depressant.
not a retardant. What's the word?
In your case,
It is when you drink.
no, you're a retardant. Yeah.
Second, I had
It's
the
not a
same
narcotic. Is it a narcotic? Is that the word? Narcotic?
It's a depressant.
Hold on, let me give you this one.
It's called a depressant.
Guys, is this? I feel retarded. Is this a retardant drink? Also, I don't think I can
Listen,
catch.
I know the Black Eyed Peas said it, but when I drink this, I get a little retarded in here.
Yeah. Also, also, I don't think I could catch fire right now if I tried.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Wait,
Retard alert!
wouldn't that be an anti-retardant? Because if you have alcohol on you, you're probably more prone to catch fire.
You're more retarded. Yeah,
You're gonna catch fire, dude.
Retarded is no. You'd be anti-retard. Anti-retard.
Yeah.
You'd have to get. Yeah, this is my anti-retard drinking shirt.
Oh my gosh.
You wear that one to work. What the fuck are you wearing? What the fuck is that? Like, oh, it's just the most offensive shirt I can find.
Oh my god.
Now I really want to buy a shirt that just says "I am retarded" and wear it to a bar.
And then I'll show up with my anti-retard. This is my anti-retard drug shirt.
So when they do the autism awareness stuff, I almost bought a shirt. I sent it to the chat. I was gonna buy it for A4 or for all of us, and it's like there's someone I love has autism. I was gonna,
Oh, it's
and it's got an arrow.
and it's I got like the heart, and I was gonna wear it with A4. Just be like, hey man, I love you.
Yeah.
Speaking of shirts like that, I did order a shirt. It hasn't come yet, but I'm really excited for it. It just says I bought it immediately on Redbubble. It's just a shirt that says "I am insane and I am a danger to I am a threat to society." I am very
Nice.
excited to get that shirt.
I have no words.
If you have no words, get ready for this other question. Darth Stroyer asks, can Schweiss and A4 play this game about being a minority in 1933 Germany? With how many times Schweiss has made the "Where are your papers?" joke over the years, I bet you there's a part in the game where you literally show them your papers. There is a game called
Show me your
Papers,
papers.
Through the Darkest Times. It goes Berlin, 1933. Adolf Hitler is chancellor. We all know the consequences this message bore. Unspeakable horrors and suffering would sweep across the world. Few would stand and fight the monstrosity that was the German Reich. Will you lead an underground resistance group through the darkest of times? It's got very positive reviews.
I'd rather play the Steam game Sex with Hitler, which is a Steam game that you can
Dude,
buy.
Craig has, and that game's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny looking.
Hitler.
I asked Alex if I could buy it, and she said no.
Oh,
You should buy it.
because I saw this game.
It is.
I saw this game on Schweiss's wish list when I was buying people Steam games for Christmas. One of my friends bought me Russophobia, which is Phasmophobia, but with like Vladimir Putin and
Oh my
other
God.
Russian figures.
Can we need
Is
to
that
play
like
that.
a mod or is it?
No, a game. It's like a parody.
You guys,
game.
we need to play that game, and we need to review it.
We got to make my parody of Phasmophobia before someone else makes it, because that's like they're scratching the surface and they're gonna find it in there and they're gonna be like, "Holy fuck, this is an amazing."
There's gold in
idea."
them, our parody.
Yeah. And then like all I want is like to get the rights to have Freddie Mercury just as the ghost is like coming toward you. Just hear you're in a closet like, oh my God. Coming up the stairs. We will rock you, getting
Dude,
louder
that's
and louder. You're like,
amazing! Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
he's coming.
As you're just weeping in the background.
You don't even have to check the rest of the house. You know he's in one of the closets.
Yeah. Michael Jackson ghost is notoriously present in the kids' rooms.
All you hear is
yeah. Oh, he's coming! He's dancing! He's dancing!
The best would be if it was like the Ouija board. It's like
Yeah.
That's all it comes out.
Run!
I'd like to see some moonwalking footsteps on the ground.
That's how he finds you. He's just like
Yeah.
this, just like walking backwards, and you're like, oh God, is he walking back? Is he coming towards us or away from us?
Hang on. Run! He's coming towards us.
Fuck!
Yeah, that would be some amazing gameplay.
Shamona. And you're like, oh God, it's
Why is he always in the kids' rooms? I don't get it. To summon him, you gotta like bring a small child along. Like, you gotta play as like a small child
God.
NPC.
Yeah, you're a kid and you're just running.
God.
Welcome to Wonderland.
That's one of the things you have to buy from the store and put in the van.
Yeah, kid
blanket.
decoy.
Just like a kid, you just like drag along.
Yeah, small child.
Jesus Christ.
It's horrible.
So what I'm interested in, what Caleb Schweiss, active listener on the show, what does my cheese dream mean?
Oh, okay. So,
Why did you roll your eyes?
Oh my God, I know this stupid thing. I like woke up to these voice messages from Caleb the other day, and I just like, okay.
oh man. Okay. Let's pull this up.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, can we answer another question?
They're all long.
Oh.
So, it'll take like 2 seconds. A4, can you hear the computer stuff?
I cannot.
Okay, I'll just send you the file. I'll forward it to you.
I mean, I could unmute the Twitch and hear it, but I'll be on a delay.
No, that's not worth it. You need to hear this in real time.
Okay.
So the rule was the unspoken rule, but it was spoken. Oh, motherfucker. With us was each host gets one question.
Wait, we do?
It was also unspoken amongst us. I just told Joe that.
We have a chat, goddammit! Throw that shit in the chat!
I threw it in a chat.
Just not the chat.
Yeah. It's the, not the chat.
There's a lot of spam talk between you and me last week, Schweiss.
Yeah.
Am I looking for it?
We had a great idea of doing a spam rankings list or tier ranking, which really just means we'll not do a tier ranking.
It's Hormel bacon is number 1.
Is it?
Or the spicy one. That one's good.
The hot and spicy spam?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's really good.
Let's talk spam.
Yeah, let's
While
talk.
Zach is in
Let's
the
talk.
restroom.
Sending me this file. Where is this file?
Hold on, man.
How long does it take?
Not that one. It's the one before it.
I'm going to have them listen to both.
Okay.
No, maybe just the one. I think it would be okay with the one. I'll send it to the Nude Clan.
Nude clan chat. Today, Junior! We're working on it.
This is what's so sad about Craig not being here. I was excited to hear his response to this, too. Because I think he'd get a kick out of this question. But yeah, the spam rankings, the hot and spicy is really high in my ranking. Original is pretty good. I kind of want to try the lower sodium one just because the original one, like, not the last time I did it, I was okay, but the first time I was like, this is so much salt. Like, it's like crazy salt. Like, it's brutal.
I don't know why you always like, you and your spam, you always have to fry it up. I could take that shit just the way it is.
like spam sandwiches that you didn't fry?
I have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'll eat a sliver of it, if I can't fit it all on the pan. It's too much. Like when you sent me a picture of your can of spam with like a spoon and like chunks of it ripped out, I felt ill. I was like, that looks disgusting. You're like, it's like a gelatin. You're like pulling out like pieces of it. It's just coming out however the fuck you want it to.
I slice it and put it on bread.
Hey, Parker, and put it on bread.
I like to fry it though. I don't know.
It's chewing up.
I like to fry it. I was thinking the other day, I was like, this would be pretty damn good if I just got like a little bit of lettuce, some mayo, and like some spam. Just like a little spam sandwich with like some nice crunch.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck, I don't know, yeah. I'd be down. So I sent it to the Nude Clan chat, A4. I'm going to play it in, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, we're playing it.
Joe, I just woke up to a really weird dream with you and my wife in it. And it was us cleaning out a fridge. And there was like a bunch of old stuff in there. And you were real persistent about this fridge getting clean. I don't know why, but
Can't imagine.
there was this song playing in the background that was like, ba, 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 doo-doo-dee. And I kept changing the lyrics to like moldy cheese. And I kept finding like bag after bag of moldy cheese. And that's for some reason you only wanted the moldy cheese. So I made the joke like 40 times. They're just various sized and like packaged bags of moldy cheese. So yeah, that was something that just happened.
That was something.
Good morning, Joe.
So I know what your cheese dream means. It means you want Joe to fuck your wife.
Yeah, it starts out a little weird. I had a really weird dream with you and my wife in it. You were like pretending to be me or something. I don't know.
Eyes were wide open.
And the bags of moldy cheese very clearly represent condoms full of Joe's discharge, as it were.
Yes.
So
Do give us the interpretation.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have ever heard a song with that beat to it, but like it was in the dream where it was like ba 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 da da ba da 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 ba 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 da da da. And I just kept doing the moldy cheese, like, and it was over and over and over, and there's just bag after bag of varying sizes, varying cheeses, and Joe's just like upset at the cheese. He's like, why is all this cheese wasted? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at.
Schweiss just crying. I don't know.
Like, this isn't my cheese. I swear to God. Yeah, it was just so weird. And I just woke up and I sent that voicemail to Joe, and Alex heard me. And she's like, what the hell? What is wrong with you?
But I
was
can
don't
like
know.
perfectly imagine Joe losing his fucking mind over bags of moldy cheese. Like, why do you have these?
You know how many bowls of cheese you're gonna melt it down? You idiot! Don't you just want to throw it in a huge fucking pot and melt it all? Now we're just throwing it away. I got a cheese cauldron. Now I got a fucking cheese dumpster.
Oh my god. You okay, man?
I can't. I would be very upset. I get mad when I see moldy cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Eat your cheese.
Eat the fucking cheese.
You gotta eat your cheese, man.
God.
Makes your bones strong.
Oh.
It makes your bones strong.
What do you want, weak bones?
You gotta melt it in a bowl. And your bone marrow's stronger.
Yeah, man. I
He
think
gets his
it
new
was,
apartment, and they just left a bunch of moldy cheese in the fridge when he has to clean out, along with all the other shit they left, like divorce papers
Grabs
and
his
stuff.
shotgun. He's like, "You're dead."
That's kind of what I was thinking it was. It felt like it was not my place, but like I felt like ashamed that he was so upset at the cheese thing.
I felt ashamed.
So maybe it was my house. I don't know. But it was a
It's
lot
kind
of
of,
cheese.
it's that kind of thing where like the location in a dream is like kind of nebulous, where it sort of just shifts, like without even really changing. Where you're just like, I'm in my house, and then the next second you're like, I'm in someone else's house now.
Yeah. Why is there so much cheese in this fridge? Why do I keep
Why
making
is
the
Joe
same
not
joke
fucking my
over
wife?
and over again? Like, yeah. So I need to find what that song is, if it's even a song. It seems so familiar to me, but maybe it's just because it was in my dream. Yeah, that'll be our first radio hit.
Yeah, you got to get Joe to record that.
Moldy cheese. So, I think it's an allegory for Joe's story of cleaning out his apartment. It's a retelling of the hero's journey.
It's not about the fact that you guys have a shitload of food in your fridge and half of it's bad.
Maybe it's about that. Maybe it's like me knowing as I'm resting that, like, oh my God, there's something in there that she didn't eat. Because that is something that drives me absolutely nuts. Is when people, when my family, they'll like eat. She'll make a bunch of stuff and she'll make too much, and then
The rest of it just sits in Tupperware for like 3
and it's
months.
like,
Yeah,
and
I know,
I'm-
because the same thing happens here.
I'm doing like a fancy diet where I can't actually partake, and it's something that's pretty tasty, and then it just goes to waste. And I'm like, why, man? Why you got to make
What is it with
cheese?
what is it with women? Because like I cook and I always make just enough food for both of us.
Nah, dude,
But,
I always make.
anytime-
Sorry, no go.
No, go.
No, I apologize.
That was basically the thought.
I make enough so I can have something for lunch the next day at work, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm not going to. I want to save money, man. Like fast food, man. I was forced to look at my budget, and I realized how much money I spent on stupid shit. And like I was like, fuck. Like I have money that's pissing away. And even like going to the gas stations, like is expensive for drinks and stuff. So I'm like, dude, no, gonna be better.
It's very expensive.
It is, right? It's ridiculous how much money you piss away, dude. Like it's anyway.
I piss money.
All the time, dude. Yeah, I piss gold. That's why it's called the
Especially when
golden
you're
shower.
buying
I
Pokemon
piss-
cards like me and Zach, then it's just like you don't
piss
even have
coins and I
expendable
shit
income
dollar
anymore.
bills.
I should totally build.
And I wet my ass with government bonds.
Yeah, so I make enough so that I can have stuff for the next day at work.
Yeah.
So I just take my lunch in. Like,
There you go.
There's no reason why you can't.
Yeah, we have tallied up our food budget, and it is a horrifying number.
Yeah, my girlfriend looked at me and she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "I like drinks from the gas station."
See, I do too, but I'm the one that's on the "Are you fucking kidding me" side. Like, remember when I was fighting you over 600? Do you see that number in front of the 6? That number's that shouldn't be there. Yeah. It's
All right, let's hear more about how we're gonna ruin this marriage. Let's go.
Yeah. We're not ruining anything. That one's ruining some lives.
That's honestly though, like money issues
goes-
is the biggest cause of like stuff. So it's like nip into the bud, you know. Like
yeah.
I get you.
But
Anyway,
moldy
now that's
cheese.
depressing.
Don't let your cheese mold. I'll know.
I just think it's a
Are you going to
trans
read that?
element.
Are you read the paragraph or should I?
I want to read it. Is that okay?
Yeah,
I read
you
this
do
earlier
it.
and I was
Go for
kinda
it. Go for it.
I'm not laughing, but I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Ravenous Llama asks, to start my question, I have been married 12 years and have 3 kids, ages 9, 6, and 2. If you're going to disclose like family things, we need to know their social security numbers as well.
Yeah, and your credit card number.
Yep. I didn't really play a lot of games until I got into college and got a good job with some disposable income. I always had consoles growing up, but didn't drop a ton of time into them unless friends came over. I guess my question is, as you guys have gotten older, how are your interests in games changed? Or your attitude towards them? I play FF, is that 14? And obviously...
14, yeah.
That is, sorry, man. My eyes are blurry. I play, and obviously, that is a pretty involved game, but I find myself not letting my kids play very long when they do. Is this a sign of getting old? I just don't want to raise kids that are dependent on this shit for their happiness and maybe miss out on other things that they could be doing. Have I become a drag? LOL. In other words, limiting their time on the Switch and 3DS, etc. I read my question and I realize it might make it seem my kids play FF14. LOL.
Well, first of all, don't let your kids play 14. That's the obvious one.
Yeah, they'll never talk. They'll just head nod, and you'll just be like, "Oh my god."
I don't even know Final Fantasy.
No, they'll talk and they'll take forever to get to the point. They'll take forever to get to the point. See, I don't even dislike 14, but everyone that's shitting on us, shitting on the game, is making me dislike it. So like, you're making me this way.
Bringing fuel for the fire.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you guys didn't like Shadowbringers, or yeah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We said it was the best one. We liked it more than all the other ones.
Everyone blowing 14 is getting a little crazy. Not that I like know what's in 14 and all the expansions and shit, but the fact that it's like, oh, this is the greatest video game story I've ever played, and it's like that's extremely hyperbolic. But okay,
no,
sure.
It is not.
Just because it's long doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah,
right.
That goes for a couple things.
So is he becoming a drag, limiting his kids? I mean,
no,
I wouldn't say
He's
limiting
being irresponsible father.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know. My kids probably watch way too much TV and stuff. Because, like, I sleep during the day, and Alex, her new job, she doesn't work. Like, she works, but she's able to watch them and have them play and stuff. And they end up watching a lot of TV, I think, which means I need to cut that out. So I would do the same thing for video games. Like, Jace and I, when I was off for COVID, I played Fortnite like a lot with Jace because he couldn't go to school. So him and I would stay up till like 4 a.m. playing like fucking Fortnite. I'm pretty good at Fortnite now, by the way. I'm like pretty fucking good. When him and I play, we can win like 50% of the time. The last like
Congrats, you're good at a children's game.
yeah, I fuck those little and they start
Can you
start
put
with
the
their
square in the square hole too?
they start with their little buildings and I'm like, sorry kid, you're dead. I blow up the foundation and just fucking pickaxe him to death. Little fucking loser. But I love dominating these children.
This little kid crying on the
other side.
the other side of the thing. This pickaxe, like his hands like this. It's like
Your father's a failure for the way he raised you. That's the last thing I say to him before I kill him. So I kind of get it. But it really depends on your kid. You know what I mean? So like Jace, he's the oldest one. He's the one that we would like, need to crack down on. Like Nicholas, he's not even 3 yet. So like, what are we going to do? Send him outside?
Yeah.
Like, if it's not winter.
Set him in front of Doom 2016 and tell him he's not allowed to eat until he beats it.
Yeah. He's very interested in Chocobo Dungeon.
That's no good.
He's very entertained by it. I don't know how.
You're going to turn him into a masochist.
Yeah. So he's not going to have a fun life. But he, like for Jace, it's if your kid isn't one of those kids that likes to be outside and do outside stuff, I could see you like really saying, hey, you need to not do this. Like, because they need to be physical, especially if it's like a boy. He needs to be outside playing with other kids. And like girls, I would say the same thing too.
I was gonna say, do they not need
but
sunlight?
like sports, women need to be pasty and all that. I don't know.
And
he said, do they need sunlight?
They need to be pasty and demure.
When he said that, I was like, do women not need sunlight? Like, I'm not sure where you're going with that.
They need to be beaten into submission, and that can't take place outside.
Oh my god.
No, but
They need to. Women need to be at the place where when I raise my hand to say hi to somebody out in public, they flinch like visibly.
yeah, like I'm about to beat him. That's how.
Okay, real quick though, A4, I know your wife isn't afraid of you.
No, of course not.
Like she would, your wife will
like,
bend.
no one's afraid of
I
me.
feel like if you like tried to assert yourself in public, your wife would bend you over the cart, and she'd be like, "Look at the
of course,
cashier as I
obviously.
fuck you."
Bend you over the cart and shove her thumb right up your ass.
You look at the
Yeah.
cashier and you say, "I'm sorry." Say it.
Every time we go to Sam's Club, it's a fucking nightmare for me, dude.
Yeah. So I don't know if your kid isn't one of those kids that like goes and plays with others. I would say you definitely need to make sure you're limiting the time because you don't want him to be like weak or because like the thing
Like a social
like
recluse.
physically, like when. So Jace has some friends that aren't as like social and aren't as like outdoorsy and stuff. And like when they play tag and stuff, like he just destroys. Like they don't even like playing tag because they're like so slow, and it's because they're inside more, and they don't go outside and play as much. And like that to me is like kind of sad, because as a kid I was like a freak, man. Like I was always outside.
As a kid, you were a freak.
Yeah, I
Not
mean
now.
now I'm a fat ass.
As an adult, you're still a freak.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're a freak.
It's a freaky in different ways.
And I feel like it's definitely it's a lot different from when we were younger. Because
It
like,
is, yeah.
I feel like when we were younger, I could just be like, "All right, go to so and so's house," and then be gone and like at 9 in the morning, and then not come back till the sun.
But when we're at Jace's grandparents'
Well, I mean, the
house,
difference
that's
is
exactly what he does.
When we were growing up, technology wasn't so integrated into our lives as it is now. I know that's like a boomer argument, but it is the truth. Like everything is so connected to the internet, and everyone's got a fucking computer in their fucking pocket at all times.
yeah,
So
your
the
kid
paradigm has
shouldn't
definitely
have that.
shifted.
I think it's just
Yeah.
time that they make Ready Player One into reality, where we have the little running
Christ,
thing,
no.
so we can like run on the little treadmill and have the VR. On.
I love how I was watching like the Screen Rants like pitch meetings, and the one on that one is pretty funny. He's like, wait, so they make it so that you can feel being shot physically? He's like, yeah, it's a great idea. He's like, that's not a great idea at all. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Why the fuck would you want that? Like, oh, we got to make it realistic. And like, so
I don't
you,
think you're.
so you feel the pain of dying
I
over.
think it's
and
just like
over.
an impact. I don't think it's
Yeah.
like you actually like.
I mean,
feel
there was-
that.
there
But
was-
then he felt when she put
there
her
was, like,
hands on
one
his
thing,
crotch. So like, there's also
a
that
few
one.
years ago, I think, where like you hook it up to yourself when you're playing a multiplayer game, and then when you get shot, there like elicits like an electric shock. Or I think there was one that actually like takes blood from you when you get shot.
Oh man,
the pain station.
Yeah, that was it.
that would be brutal. You're like, guys, I'm about to pass out. You can't kill me again. Everyone's just like, find him.
It's like
Find the little loser.
Guys, I'm about to pass out. I don't have any blood left. What are you playing? Cuphead.
Yeah, guys, I can't see. My vision in my left eye is gone. Right eye's maybe 50%. Please don't shoot me again. Get him.
teabags him. Just comes
Yeah.
up.
Come here, queer. How does it feel to die, loser?
It's a tough question about like how much you should limit screen time with your kids.
I also don't know your kid, so I can't be like.
I
I
definitely
mean, moderation in all things, really.
Both my parents were working, and I was definitely babysat by the TV a lot. They didn't
Yeah.
let me play video games, but I sure as heck watched a lot of television
Where
and
his
movies.
love for movies comes from.
Honestly, that's a big part of it. I watched a lot of movies, and my mom liked to watch movies, so that's also something we would do as a family is watch movies. So
I was gonna say your dad could look up to that, but then I was like, he's probably like, that goddamn Joe and his movies. Expensive education, and for what? Movies?
he paid for it. I didn't ask him to.
Yeah. So you got a lot of screen time too, then. I
A
guess.
lot. Yeah, I was definitely the slow fat kid.
Yeah.
My entire life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The whole life. I've always been overweight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've just since I've been in like high school. Final Fantasy
I
12
was-
made me fat.
I am
I've
now.
always been a fat kid. But
I am now in the best shape of my life. Like, well,
I
probably
don't-
when I was in Colorado.
I don't think being the slow
Zach's
fat
like,
kid.
you look like a bitch.
I was like, I don't think being the slow fat kid's an excuse because I was out there playing like doorbell ditching people too. Like
Oh, you can definitely out
I was out there-
your energy.
I was
for
out
sure,
there
but
causing like.
I was definitely sat in front of that TV for hours and hours. There wasn't that many kids in my neighborhood.
Okay.
And like the one other kid in the neighborhood, his mom's a fucking Nazi, and so she just like made him do like a bunch of chores before he was able to leave the
stepping
house.
down the street. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And then like he would be very like strictly have to come back at this. It was so obnoxious.
Where's Donald?
But
He's
then
hiding in the
also
attic.
the kid was just like a kid, and so therefore lazy and stupid, and so wouldn't get his chores done on time, and would just fuck me over. He was my only friend for years in the neighborhood. And then Kyle Sanders moved in, and Kyle Sanders had like
Oh, I thought that's who you were talking about.
no, I was talking about Timo. And then Kyle Sanders had a
Similar situation.
similarly strict stuff. Like he can't leave till he cleans his room, and I guess he just would just choose not to clean his room all the time.
He's a weird dude,
I
yeah.
was like, what the fuck?
Like when he came back from his mission, he would just always have headphones in, and like it really bothered me. Like I was bothered by it every time I saw it. I was like, "What are you
He
doing?"
always had the earbuds in.
And I was like, "What is that? What is that?" And like I could never get over it. Like every time I would see it, I would just get like my blood pressure would just rise like 5 points.
Do
like,
you
immediately.
not always have earbuds in? That's like my default state of being.
No. Like he's like, "Oh, you want to play poker? Yeah, let's do poker." He's got earbuds. I'm like, "Are you listening to something right now?" Yeah. I got a lot of music to catch
Be
up on.
present, you piece of shit!
Yeah, I was like, "Well, we got a lot of fucking cards to play." And fucking poker night with a phone? That ruins poker night every time.
Oh yeah, fucking
every time. Cameron.
Cameron would always
Fucking
be able to
YouTube.
check out this video.
Yeah, it would
What
be-
about this cool song?
Yeah, it would be-
I'm like, Cameron, stop it! We're playing.
Put your blind in and put your phone
To
down.
be fair, we were playing Halo last night, and like anytime we needed to take a break, he would show me another music video, which was fine because I love music videos. I was doing the exact same fucking thing back to him. So
God, anybody that sends me a video or anything, I'm almost never gonna watch it ever. It's like unless it's my wife and she will not leave me alone if I don't watch it. She'll be like, "Oh, did you watch that TikTok I sent you?" And I'm like, "I never watch anything." And she'll make me watch it there. And I'm like, "All right."
that is a guaranteed way to get me to not watch a video. Is if you send me a TikTok link, I'm not watching it.
I saw you some funny fucking videos, A4. I'm not gonna put up with this shit.
Yeah, see, A4
Look,
and
I
are-
already have the Chinese already have my social security number, my credit card number, my address, my age, all this other shit. I don't need them to know my future kids' names too before I even had them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have kids though.
Yeah.
The Chinese can't steal my kids' data if I don't have kids. That's
Yeah. I had a joke. I'm not gonna make it, but
Okay.
Anyway, the sponsor this week, the Chinese
Can't have
government.
kids if I'm
Naked
sterile. Boom. China 0, A4 1.
A really slanty one.
No, I don't know. It is tough though. I think you need to be outside. You need to have them be outside. But like in my neighborhood, it's kind of similar to yours as a kid. Like there's not really that many kids for
Just
days.
old people. And my parents moved into an old neighborhood.
All of them
Dude,
are
Dennis
young
the Menace
here.
that shit. Dude, you should have just terrorized an old couple just randomly. And...
Yeah.
I wasn't that
Broke
kind
into
of
their
kid either.
safe.
Like I was a pretty like meek kind of kid. I'd let other people like step all over me basically.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't much of a fighter. I didn't really get that way until I got like 90,000 feet taller than every other child in the elementary school. I was the second tallest kid in that elementary school. I was
Finally, an advantage.
I was 10 years old and a fucking adult. I hit puberty so fucking early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird how that happens. Like, yeah, like Alex's dad, it was the opposite for him. He was super, super short until like his senior year, and now he's like my height. So he was like fucking tiny.
Wow.
And it's like the opposite. And I was like, it's so weird because I was like 5'9" in like 10th grade. Like that's when I just like was done. I was done growing. And I was always kind of shorter or like normal, I guess. Probably not normal.
I feel that pain. Actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
6th grade and 7th grade, I was a monster on the football field. And then I hit the growth spurts, and I was like, fuck.
And they're like, I can't even play against the women.
Yeah, my God.
Jesus Christ.
These orcs are massive.
Yeah. Who the fuck breeds these chicks? They're huge. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know. That's the thing though. Just I would make sure they get enough social time because you don't want to have weird kids, especially if they're not homeschooled. You don't want people to think they're homeschooled when they're not.
100%. You don't want the weird kids.
Yeah, you want them to be able to be social.
That's
and,
the thing.
like,
If you have
make
the weird
friends.
kids, you can't have guns in your house.
You want them to be
Like,
social, but also, dear God, keep them off of social media. Like,
Yeah.
That's not wrong, Zach.
YouTube.
I really do think we have to start making social media like 18 plus because like kids are on social media and they can't fucking handle it. Like we couldn't handle it technically, but we didn't know because it was new to us.
Yeah, I had some problems with that shit. So yeah,
I barely used it, but I just used it for like
You're not-
Mafia
you're
Wars
not-
and shit.
Yeah, dude, I remember Mafia
You're
Wars.
not meant to like at that
Holy
age. You're not meant
fuck,
to
let's
have that
review that one.
much exposure to the outside world and
There's
other
a
people's
Ninja one, too,
opinions.
that I
It
remember.
really fucks with your head, I think. And I
God.
think we're
I
only
think,
just
like,
now
that,
starting to
like-
see the reckoning of like
what was the song?
our
on your
generation
MySpace?
having that like
I
complete
couldn't
and
have
utter.
Washington is next
I wasn't allowed to have a
on mine.
MySpace. My mom was
It was
like
a sweet one.
hella strict about that, so I never had a MySpace.
Then I had Coming Undone by Korn for a while, I think, on mine.
Oh,
too.
you edgy fuck.
Yeah,
I
love
think
that song.
I had a Korn song. I don't know which. I think it might have been Twisted Transistor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think
Man,
like
that was fun back in the day.
Yeah.
going with what A4 was saying too. I think when you look on social media, it's like a fake. Like people's lives are fake. Like
just
you
the
look,
best of
like if you think of, like
everything,
Instagram and stuff, like especially like with me, like with my painting and stuff, like there's people that like are just, you're showing your best stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're always
it's not
gonna be
even-
like,
it's not
fuck,
even that-
I
it's-
can't do that. And it like
It's not even that your lives are. It's not even that the lives are fake. It's the fact that like you're getting exposed to so much like stuff as your brain is still developing, and like you can't be exposed to like you're basically being exposed to fucking like everything all the time.
Yeah.
And when
It's-
your
and I
brain is
think-
developing, that really messes with you. And I think we're starting to see the reckoning of like
Right.
our generation, our personal generation, growing up online and in social and having access to social media. We were
Yeah.
still developing our brains.
Yeah.
And it's really
Well,
messing with a lot of people's heads.
I feel like A4 is the biggest cautionary tale of this. He was on school to be a rabbi and just lost it all.
And now he's not even Jewish.
Yeah,
he lost
all.
it hard that he's not even a Jew anymore.
His foreskin grew back.
How long are you guys gonna fucking do this?
What joke about this? Not Judy, not Jew.
Look, man, I made one mistake.
Hey, Jew.
I'm not making fun of you.
Hebrew.
I thought he was Jewish too. I just kind of like in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, bagels, big nose, he's Jewish.
oh
East
my
Coast.
god.
East Coast. He's one of those East Coast elite Jews.
Yeah.
But I guess not. I don't know.
not.
I guess I kind of thought that too. And when Joe said it the first time, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I thought
Look.
someone said something
Here's the
somewhere.
thing. He might not be making fun of you,
then
but I
No one
always
said
will
anything.
correct.
No
And
one
then he
said
shows
anything
the mic.
anywhere. You just, Joe. No one said anything anywhere. You just saw the profile view of my face, and you just immediately you subconsciously knew, like, all right, well, he's probably Jewish.
I
mean,
swear to God, A4, you said something about like a synagogue or something at some point in the past, and I had a mental
Look,
note and was like,
Joe,
oh, he must be
Joe.
Jewish.
I say a lot of things about a lot of synagogues. All right, but that's beside the point.
I at that moment, Joe muted his mic and he turned to me. He's like, "Why did we hire him?" Like,
Jesus.
Was that all I was to you guys?
I was
Was
like-
just a diversity hire?
whoa! He's getting paid.
As a wise man once said, Joe, everyone's a little bit racist.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, yeah.
Anyway, when I do get the 23andMe done and I do find out I'm like 0.4% Jewish, I'm gonna get Hava Nagila on the soundboard, so it'll work.
you're gonna wear your little hat thing. What is that? A yarmulke? Yeah, that's what it's called.
like you don't know what it's
You're
called.
gonna wear your
Schweiss,
tiny
come
little
on.
hat. Yeah. Shit. What were we talking about before we the
Joe looks
anti-Semitism?
defeated.
Anti-Semitism always just like riles me up, and I like lose track of everything else. Folks going on.
It's in your blood.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Oh my god.
There's only so much you can do. Like, he's not Jewish. I'm very much not Jewish. Like, what if I am a German Jew though, and I'm making all these jokes?
You're not.
Well, that's what I'm
don't
saying.
think
Like,
so?
I don't know that I'm not. I mean,
I
as far
think
as I
that
know,
would be
I'm not
the
Jewish,
best.
but
The
like,
best
maybe
ending
my
to this
grandparents
is
are
you
just hiding
finding out
stuff
that
from
you're
me.
Jewish back there.
Yeah, and then committing suicide in my bunker as I lose the war.
My fucking grandparents on my mom's side are from like Czechoslovakia, so for all I know, I could be a fucking like Eastern European Jew, and maybe they're just pretending to be hardcore Catholic because they had to escape, Germany in the 1940s or whatever.
Yeah, what if your family was in hiding?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I don't know. Maybe that's what it is because it's like I've seen my face in the mirror.
I mean, Schweiss
Who
is kind of
knows?
like a soft German name, like Schweiss. Sounds, it's
What's
not
a
like-
what's a hard German name? Kugelschreiber, like.
Yeah, like well, there's one guy.
Just like Kugelschreiber.
There's one guy at work. His
Kugelschreiber?
last name is like something Hammer or something crazy, and I'm like, that's a German name. Like it's like got like a fucking. It's like Heimschnitzel or Schlazzler or something. It sounds like a fucking like penis. It's awesome. I can't remember what his last name is, but it's like something epic, and I'm like, holy fuck! See, that's
it sounds like the name of a dildo that you buy off of eBay, and it looks like it would hurt.
Hello, Mr. Heimendinger. What is your count?
What is your count?
Ironically, Heimerdinger from League of Legends is a name that sounds like that, but the character does not match the name.
There's also Heimdinger from FF7.
Yeah, true.
Heidegger,
Yeah.
Heimdinger. That's an old joke.
I don't pop it. I just ding it. Too small.
I can't reach the bottom of the tuna can, but I can sure scrape the sides.
Yeah.
Me and my cheese wheel dick.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna go into.
What? Cheese wheel dick.
Yeah. I'll be the rat to your cheese wheel. So I think the social media thing, I think it is affecting us a lot. And this is one of the things I've come to realize over the years. So we have access to everyone's thoughts at any given time, right? Like every random thought that people used to just have and then like let escape into the ether and never think about again, like a dream that you forget about right after you wake up. That shit's online now. So it's a lot easier to say, okay, this is the craziest thing blank and blank has ever said. It's like for a good example would be like Donald Trump. Now he is kind of a crazy person, right? But to say that this is the craziest thing a president's ever said, it's like, well, maybe, but you got to realize that this is something that the guy just thought and then just like and then sent out. Now, is he a fucking idiot for sending it out? Yes. But if every person that's ever existed sent out every stupid, shitty thought they ever had on Twitter, people would not look nearly as bad as they do. And that was the point I was kind of making to myself is like, well, it's unprecedented.
People already kind of do that now. Like we've definitely had as a human race and a society, like our inhibitions lowered towards that shit.
Yeah, well, and it's like
it's almost encouraged at this point.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people are like, this is unprecedented. I'd see that in response to his tweets, and I'm like, it is, but Twitter is also pretty unprecedented as far as like humankind is concerned. Like everything.
Twitter's not even like 15 years old at this point. Like
yeah, every idea, and like when you're like a guy like that who just like fucking thinks it and he's like fires it off, stupid, but like that's every little dumb thought. And I've had pretty dumb thoughts before that like I wouldn't tweet out because I'm not a dumb person.
Just say it on the podcast.
Yeah, I just say it on a podcast instead.
I just have an audio recording of it that you can actually like ascribe to my voice profile. Yeah,
exactly, and you can certainly find it as me. But you know what I mean? I think that's something that we have now that we didn't have before. So it's like, yeah, this is an unprecedented thing for a president to say, or a doctor to say, or someone in this position to say. But it's like, it's also a completely unprecedented technology,
as opposed to something being on, let's say, the like radio, television, newspapers, whatever,
or just in like a fucking secret ass diary, like just in a book hidden in someone's fucking like closet.
There is some sort of like filtering process that all goes through. That's why it I don't know.
Yeah, that's like why when you do an interview or something, it's different. It's not going to be like a normal conversation. There's like you're right. There's like a sieve, like multiple sieves that are set up that like kind of hone in on certain things. And so like if you said that on like an interview, then you'd seem like a fucking nut. Like, and be like, what is this guy talking about? Like, especially if it was like a short interview for TV or something like that. But like, if it's a tweet, then yeah, it's garbage. But we don't process
that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think social media should be like you shouldn't be allowed to be on it if you're under 18. Now, granted, I know there's no way to like enforce that without everyone showing their IDs, and I'm totally against that. What I think the solution is like, just do the thing that like porn websites have always done, where it's like just have a drop down menu that says like, what year were you born, blah blah blah, and like the kids that want to go on social media and end up getting fucked up by it, like then that's their fault. That's the only way to do it in a way that's like totally non-authoritarian. Because I mean, I was a kid and I was going on porn websites fucking before I was 18 because it was easy, and I'm a little fucked up because, but that's just the price I pay for my curiosity.
Yeah.
And
Constantly
and
being
it's
a
not like my
horny
parents were going to
teenager.
stop me from doing that because I was seeking that stuff out myself regardless. So, like, you can't take a super authoritarian sort of like faux fascist view on it where it's like, no, you have to show your ID and prove you're over 18 if you want to be on social media, because then that way lies other not good shit. And kids are going to get around it anyway. So,
yeah. But as
yeah.
a parent, that's exactly what you should do. Be
Yes,
like,
I
sorry, you don't
agree.
get
The
a
parents-
fucking phone.
But
Unless
that's
you
what
can
I'm saying.
pay
It's
for it.
like, don't give your kids phones. Keep them off social media. Have them, if they want to play video games, that's fine. But have everything in moderation. Just sort of like,
yeah.
there has to be a balance. It's
And I
that
mean,
simple.
even Jace's YouTube, like he watches a fuckload of YouTube, and he's like in the game. He's like, oh, like when Alex watches it, he's like, hit like, you subscribe to the channel, and she's like, what the fuck? No, I'm not gonna do that. So like he's like in the YouTube groove, but like sometimes I'll be listening to his YouTube, and it'll just it'll autoplay stuff, and he's watching Minecraft videos, and it'll like start getting like they're starting to swear and shit like that, and I was like, hey, turn that
Right.
off. Like, what are you doing? And he's just over there,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it doesn't even doesn't phase him at all.
All he
He's just
said
watching
was,
them.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, like hey, what the fuck
He's
is
watching
that?
YouTube and it's
Well, fucker,
autoplaying
turn that
stuff.
Yeah, turn that shit off.
He's
you
watching
dumb
Minecraft
fuck.
videos and it's autoplaying stuff, and all of a sudden I hear Adolf Hitler speeches, and I'm like, attaboy.
Yeah, like, there you go. You got he must have logged into his dad's profile. Yeah.
That's not you though, is it?
Yeah, just go to sleep. No, yeah. Of course it's me.
People put on like YouTube videos of like 12 hours of like a rainy night with like slow thunder to fall asleep. Schweiss just puts on like just root and rotten what's
Yeah. I'm like fluffing my pillow as he's screaming, like, oh man. This just
You lay
gets me.
down on the pillow with like your two hands clasped together, like you're praying, like yeah, and like you lay your head on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just
damn it.
motivate. He's a good speaker. I mean, shit, I don't know. What do you want?
I feel like you specifically actually do fall asleep to Jordan Peterson videos though. Like
Yeah.
every time I log into the YouTube to upload another episode and I'm just like seeing what you've been watching, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It's either like this is what Metallica's Master of Puppets would sound like if it was on Saint Anger, or it's like Jordan
Yeah.
Peterson
So
videos.
it's either me or Schweiss watching videos.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Here's what it would sound like if Lars sucked, got good, and then sucked again. It's Saint Anger.
Okay, all right.
Here's what would happen if you didn't realize the snare sounded like it's fucking pulled so fucking tight that you could, if it snapped, it would cut his head off.
Ding, ding, ding.
One of the fucking sides snapped, it would decapitate the whole band. Yeah, dude. I forget to log off, and now that I'm like reading all the YouTube, reading something somewhere. I'm learning more about YouTube, and I'm like using my profile now. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to use the shows because it's weird, and YouTube needs to know who I am. It doesn't need to know who Nude Clan is. And you know what? Okay. Speaking of, I don't know why, but my phone, the Twitter app on my phone, I don't know if it does this for you guys. If you're logged into Nude Clan, it suggests does it suggest tweets to you on Nude Clan's
I have
thing?
notifications turned off for Twitter.
Oh, good. It suggests super annoying shit. Like I'm talking like far left crap. Like people like
Oh no, dude. Like, because I'm not logged into the Nude Clan Twitter on mine, but like anything Twitter suggests to you is far left annoying horseshit.
But it's like
every
on the
single
Nude
time.
Clan one, and I'm like, this is our most
Dude, it's on mine too. It doesn't matter. That's all they fucking promote.
I don't know, man.
Like-
Ultima, my UFF one, I usually doesn't like. It'll notify me. It'll notify me of something that's not what I care about. If I get one, if like it says something like, "Oh hey, blah blah blah," blah, I'll go, and then someone will have said something to me, and I'm like, why can't you just tell me someone said something? Why you gotta like do the other shit?
On any of my accounts, anytime I get the notification, it's that little purple lightning bolt that's like, here's something you might like. It's just the little three dots, see less often. Anytime I get a promoted tweet, mute that account.
Yeah.
That account. Even if it's the account I like. I have like Nintendo muted because I don't care about your fucking ads. And eventually, if you mute enough of those accounts, they will stop giving you ads. I swear to God.
It's not the ad, it's like the actual notification of the
No, I
app.
know, because I hate that shit too. But
Promoted, but
I've
it's like
done
a
like
promoted
see less
tweet.
often so many times that they stop doing it.
It's what happens when you don't go on Twitter very much, and Twitter starts going like, "Come on, come check it," and they're looking for things to do. So I've seen that.
So you think they're
Like,
trying to
yeah.
figure out who I am by what I respond to that tweet with?
I mean, that's probably part of it, but I think it's actually like that notification of just a suggested thing. It's not, someone replied to your whatever, or someone hasn't tweeted in a while. Check out what they've done. That is all just Twitter, just trying to get you back on the app because you haven't been on it for long enough. That's so I don't get that too much on my personal one. I get that on like my 13th Cross Twitter.
Yeah.
That thing when I
I
log into
only- I
that,
only-
it'll be like a bunch of notifications, but almost all of them will be like
Useless.
suggested things.
Suggested tweets.
Yeah, I
Like,
only
don't
get those
fucking
on
suggest tweets. Who the hell are you? Like suggest.
I only get those on
thoughts?
gimmick accounts that I'm almost never on. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really starting to annoy me though. I'm like, what? Why would I
Yeah.
fucking? I don't give a fuck what Mary Trump says. Fuck her. Like I don't care.
So speaking of Twitter,
Hate Twitter. We got Twitter questions. Though.
no, it's not just it's not Twitter question. I think we are actually out of time for episode 300. Yeah. We got. We'll take your questions and move into the next After Dark. So thank you very much for listening. But no, we have games to nominate for a vote
yes, we do.
Oh yeah.
because we decided we're going to
You
bring it.
fucking horse bitches.
We decided we're gonna bring it back with some reservations. I think. Do we need to like discuss what those are? I guess.
We should just so
What-
people know because
what-
you know they're going to suggest shit and not think about the suggestions.
What are you speaking of? Are we gonna do the? Are we gonna bring back the forced entries too?
We're bringing back the votes. We probably should bring back the old forced entries that we have not finished from Patreon.
Yeah, because someone on the Discord was complaining about that because it's still a Patreon
We've
goal.
talked about it before. He complained about it.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about it. So he's complaining for a good cause because we said we were gonna do it and we haven't yet.
I
Yeah,
talked to
yeah.
Merlot too, so I was like,
Just tell him to shut the fuck up. We will pull your brewing podcast
he
down.
He messaged me and he's like, "Hey man, I don't want you to think I'm like calling you out or anything." He's like, "Your quote was just like
Oh.
toss point," and I was like, "Dude, I didn't." Think
Yeah, some of the.
I actually messaged him apropos of nothing. I said, "Hey, fuck you, buddy."
Yeah, so did I. Maybe that's why he's like, Zach, you're the only one
but
that'll
so-
talk to me.
But so I was like, "Hey man, like we're like we are thinking like we have like plans in the works. Like,
Yeah.
we do have plans in the works. So if we're gonna announce it here,
Yeah, so we are going to be bringing back votes within reason, so that it does not destroy our lives. We will not have hard due dates on any games for now.
which is something we've already implemented.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
something
hard
we've
due dates.
implemented
Yeah.
for the last year and probably for this year too.
Some of these hard due dates and certain games are part of the reason some hosts have quit, amongst other things. So we want to keep our roster good.
Yeah, we're probably going to veto a lot of RPGs, just because of the time commitment.
Did we decide, by the way, how like are we gonna have like a veto system where
We
like
have
we can
not-
all?
decided upon our veto system yet?
No.
Okay.
But we will probably have a veto system. And for those who have forced entries on Patreon, the instruction's already there, but double down, you have to nominate 10 games and we pick the 4. So there's no picking 4. You got to pick 10.
Yeah. I mean, would you want the people that have submitted but we haven't done it yet to give us more then?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we owe you games for forced entries, give us some more entries on there. I think the Patreon says a minimum of 4. But
Well, let's do a minimum of 10.
yeah, just like 10 great games or 10 games you think we would hate or whatever your criteria is that made you
I mean,
wanna
it's
give us.
their fucking donation. Whatever 10 games they want, right?
Exactly, yeah. So whatever you guys wanted, you know.
Yeah, especially if you've already put in games we do owe you, it's good for you to either decide if you want those games still or if you want
I
different
think
games.
with the Patreon, by the way, it's for people who are already at that level. We're not going to take in any more people at that level for now until we figure out our system.
Yeah. Because really what it
Yeah.
is, guys, is we don't want anyone else to quit, including ourselves. Because I mean, as you get older, as the last guy was talking about, like things are changing. You don't have as much time. Shit gets in the way, and rather than like not have a show at all, it's like, well, this is kind of like the compromise sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're like falling apart or anything like that.
And there's still games we really do want to play.
Yeah, and like you brought
Like-
up in the chat, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. If we don't play it, does Shinru get his $100 back? No, but your money belongs to us now. We already spent that years ago. But I do want to play that.
I
because
actually
is
bought
a-
it for PlayStation.
And it got
2.
remastered. So I mean,
Fuck.
And we're making our commitments. We had a commitment to Cuphead. That's being done today.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks.
It depends on the recording schedule, but yes.
Yeah. That's going to be done. So we're making good on the things that we were supposed to do, except for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. That I am not making good on at all right now. But so, that's something we do know. And that's something I was really upset about when all the changes happened. I was like, hey, well, that feels like a, middle finger to a lot of people. I'm like saying, well, fuck, I'm not going to be here anymore. So,
Okay.
but like when it's you're the couple. So that's something I want you guys to fix. If you have forced entries, try to give us more so that we have some options to choose from. Because if you give us 4 really long RPGs, it's going to take us forever to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And it's understandable that you guys would like RPGs, considering that a lot of the fans of the show probably came from Ultima, it's a Final Fantasy show.
That's honestly
it makes
the problem.
sense, but
it's like, can't you guys just nominate some Call of Duty games?
Yeah.
Something like a 4-hour campaign.
Don't you want to hear our opinion of Fortnite?
I don't want to hear our opinion of Fortnite.
By giving us more than 4 games, by giving us like 10 games, that gives us the option to be a little more malleable with our choices. And that way, like in case we do have the time to do a big ass RPG, we could put that
or
on
if
the
we
list.
really want to play a game,
exactly.
Okay, all right, well,
Yeah.
this should be one of the nominations because I am willing to move stuff over in my life in order to play this. So.
Yeah, like if there was
exactly.
another Suikoden game, I would probably pick it because that second one was really fucking good. And I want to see what they do in the future ones. So, like, it's not a no RPGs, no super long games kind of thing. It's just it's hard when we get a list and it's fucking all brutally long RPGs, and then it's like, God, do we even want to do forced entries at all?
Especially when there's a new RPG coming out pretty soon that I really want to play.
Yeah, and it's a really cool idea for a tier on the Patreon, too. So I don't want to get rid of it. I just want to make it modified so that we can not want to kill ourselves.
I agree.
To do it.
We are nominating games this time around, this month. They are games based on another medium.
So book, movie, TV.
Yep, anything that's not a game.
Yeah,
it's based on it.
Man, I'm like obsessed with like the marketing games. I don't know why. Like I'm so turned on by shit that's like it's just nonsense. Like it's so.
You mean like Darkened Sky, the Skittles game for GameCube?
Yeah, I mean exactly like that. Like what the fuck? Why is this a video game, and why have I not played it and reviewed it on my video game podcast?
Is anybody logged into the Nude Clan Twitter right now? I guess you were complaining about it on your phone. Okay, so you can actually put up the tweet that has the voted list. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to nominate the adapted from the classic film on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era consoles. Not going to do the mobile versions of these. We got to do that one.
What about Game Boy?
Oh, that one's different though.
They're different. They're way different. Yeah,
I know I have.
It's like there's like I do still want to do a podcast where I just go through all the Harry Potter games. There's like 6 for the 6 Sorcerer's Stones, dude, or Philosopher's Stone. The Two Towers. I'm nominating the Two Towers.
Wait, what 2 towers?
The Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant 9/11.
Yeah,
2005.
That's Twin Towers. Come on.
That seems like a
Is
fun
that,
game.
Wait. Was the 2 towers? Was that? Did Gandalf send that airplane instead of the Eagles?
On the 3rd day, look. I wonder if Osama bin Laden, because he's kind of a nerd, I wonder if he said that.
He's like watching a video. He's like,
on the 3rd day, look to the east. Like he warned us.
Yeah, he was a big fan of Advent Children, apparently. So.
Yeah, weird
Oh my
shit. Yeah,
God.
we learned about that when we were doing Ultima. I was like, what the fuck?
A4.
Horrible joke.
A4, what are you nominating?
I am going to be nominating. It's a remaster of a older game based on a TV property. I am going to be nominating SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
Wow. What system can we get that on?
PC, right?
It's on like everything that's out currently.
Okay.
It's on like PS4,
I already
Xbox
gave my
One,
commitment to
Switch,
this show.
PC.
I wanted to know that right now.
That's
What was
supposed to be a
that,
really good game.
Is it really? I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm just
everyone-
kidding. I'm not being serious. Like,
I have never played it, but everyone that has.
I've
says
also
it's
never
good.
played it. I think we had it back in the day, but I never played it as a kid.
well, because when we said a mixed medium, I thought we were doing movies, and I'm just gonna stick with mine. I'm gonna nominate Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith video game.
Ooh, now which one though?
Xbox or PS2.
Okay.
I love the Game Boy one, but it is different from the Xbox and the PS2.
Yeah, it's like a side.
And there's
beat 'em
like
up. I had the
multiplayer where
DS
you fight
version.
each other like a Mortal Kombat style.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, we've got a decision to make here.
Fuck you, dude.
Do I do the game that I know no one wants but me?
If you buy me a copy of the game.
There is a copy at the used game store in American Fork of the game I'm thinking about.
Really?
But it's the game everyone thinks I'm going to choose. So do I really want to choose the one everyone already thinks I'm going to choose?
Does this have something to do with hot wings?
And owls?
It might. It also didn't work last time I put it in, which was very upsetting because it was brand new. But my PS3 is kind of finicky now, so maybe I'll try it again.
That's what she said.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the PS3 part. Sorry, I
Probably
was
not.
late on the.
I was like, what?
But there's all sorts of bullshit games out there. Like there's fucking like Barbie games. There's fucking
You can nominate them. You know.
there's
No-
like My Little Pony games.
no judgment. He said, meaning all judgment.
But you know what? We've been joking about it for a long time. Let's make Hooters Road Trip happen, guys. Yeah. It looks so
Do you
awesome.
think that would work on the PS2?
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
All PS2s and PS3 should.
Fuck, dude,
play
I gotta
PS1
find one of those
games.
old shitty TVs now.
Can we do polls in Discord or is it only Twitter?
I don't know actually. Hold on.
Oh, 50 Cent Bulletproof was another one I was thinking of. I was thinking of mandatorying the PSP version because I saw like the G edition at the.
I don't know if
used
I don't
game
think we
store
can
the
do
other day.
polls on Discord.
Oh,
Sadly.
that's too bad. Okay, well that means guys, you got to go to Twitter. You got to check out @NudeClan Podcast on Twitter, and please vote on the game that you want us to play, based on another medium.
Yeah,
Please God, vote for Two Towers.
it's a good game. I 100% of that game multiple times back in the day. I fucking love that thing.
Dude,
so.
what I was saying is like the Revenge of the Sith game was my shit. Or not Revenge, the Return of the King game was the shit for me.
It's good.
I
That one's
loved
fun.
Return of the King.
You know what level really sucks in that one though? The fucking rocks. When you're like trying to escape with when you like go to the Kings of Night or whatever, the undead kings and the caves collapse.
Oh, and it's all falling. Yeah.
that shit's bullshit.
I was telling him when I was like first playing the Two Towers game, like the whole fucking like Helm's Deep thing. I was so stoked to get it.
Oh, it was.
But I was like
awesome.
trying to kick the ladders down. And I was like, fuck. They just kept like coming up. I was like, yeah.
I would wait until like they got to the
Yeah,
very
yeah.
top, and then I would kick it. I'd be like, "Fuck
Because
you!"
you see them like falling down, and you're like,
and like they're kind of like above it, so they totally could have made it, but they couldn't have.
It's funny, back in the day, they had like the clips from the actual movie and then would like morph into the game graphics. And I thought it was cool back then. I know for a fact if I play that thing now, it's going to look like dog shit.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome.
If they vote for it.
If they vote for it, I own that one. I bought that a little while ago. I was like, this game is sweet. I'm gonna buy this. The Return of the King one I just rented back in the day.
I still have mine. I have my copy still.
But that last level was fucking sweet.
Dude.
Where, like it's the big hold off, like on the mountain or whatever, and they're just fucking coming over the hill. You're just-
I was what I was
crazy.
saying earlier is my favorite. Like I think I don't know if it's my favorite level. But one of my favorite things to do in that is when you're playing as Sam, right after Frodo gets kidnapped, and you're like sneaking through Mordor, and like all the orcs are fighting each other in the Uruk-hai because they start the fight over the Mithril.
Yeah.
And you like go up and you're just like hacking like the big old sconces off the top, and it just smashes into the floor and it kills like all the orcs that are chasing you. And you just like can sabotage them through there.
So vote for the Two Towers. Don't worry about the other games on Twitter, please. Guys, I think
I know all of you guys, your favorite childhood game, all of you, because you're all about our age, is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I know you want us to review that remaster, so vote for that.
Nah.
Nah.
I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Check out the link for the Discord in the description. Please check out Chicken Coop. on Kickstarter. So go to Kickstarter.com and search Chicken Coop and give a couple bucks, please.
Yeah, well,
please.
On that same vein, now that we've gotten publicly shamed about it, toss a coin to your motherfucking podcasters. We're starting to do your votes again. Make it count.
Hey, again, reiterating, if you have 4 centuries, please give us like a list of 10 games, and we'll start hammering them out.
Yeah, and we'll cherry pick what we want to play.
That was the original thing.
I know.
It was kind of the idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Picking cherries. The only thing I love more than popping cherries or picking cherries is popping cherries. Damn it, I messed that up.
I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
The only thing I love more than popping cherries is hand-picking games for a podcast.
The only thing I love more than picking cherries is chicken Perry's.
Chicken Perry's.
All right, guys, that's going to be it. We'll see you guys next time.
Live always in the nude.
Yeah, 300 episodes and not canceled yet. What the fuck?
Cancel us already, cowards.
Fuck. Are you serious, Twice? Are you really? You don't have it?
Oh, you want me to do this?
Yeah. Fuck off. Fuck off.